Hello everyone and welcome back to another Talk Tennis live stream. I know it's been a while that we haven't done one of these. Last one was actually the Wimbledon men's final between Berrettini and Djokovic, but I'm so excited to be able to live stream the women's final this year of the US Open. Obviously it's been difficult with the timings. Obviously the US Open I think is 5 hours behind us in the UK, and so their night sessions actually start, I think it was 11 o'clock or midnight here in the UK, so it's really difficult for me or for Lucian and us, especially playing tournaments and stuff, to actually, stream some of these matches. I know that the Djokovic-Zverev match was, I think it was about 3.5, 4 hours last night, and we would have been up until about 4, 5 a.m. in the morning, which isn't too good. Especially, I've got quite a lot of tournaments coming up, which are quite important, but more about that later. But obviously, Raducanu versus Fernandez, who saw this coming? I mean, obviously, Raducanu being an 18-year-old from the UK, I can relate to that. I'm 18, I'm obviously from the UK, and, I know that I'll get a lot of questions about this, but yes, I have talked to her before. I remember her playing, tournaments, the age group slightly above me, because I think she's, turning 19, I only just turned 18. And obviously, it just shows, as soon as you get like a breakthrough in tennis, how far you can go. She obviously got to the 4th round at Wimbledon, but had to pull out against Tomljanovic because I'm not exactly sure what, but she didn't take to the court essentially. And now she's got all the way to the final, and she could win the whole thing. And obviously that would be massive for not only British tennis, women's tennis, etc. But I mean, both of the finalists are pretty much teenagers. They're both around my age. I think, Leylah just turned 19, so I'd say a year and a half, maybe a bit more older than me. But I mean, yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I think they're set to start in about 10-15 minutes. So we're just gonna, build some suspense for this match. Let me know your thoughts. And I suppose get used to the streaming setup and stuff again. It's been a while since we've done that, but I've done this. There'll definitely be a lot more. I think we're going to be doing the ATP finals if possible. I mean, obviously I've got to balance everything around my tennis, and balance everything around the tournaments that I'm playing, the tournaments that Lucian's playing, school, etc. And so obviously that's one of the biggest issues when it comes to streaming. But we're going to be looking to do as much as possible over the coming tournaments. I know there's not too many. I think there's the Paris Masters, the Next Gen Finals, I think it is still Nitto, the ATP Finals essentially, and I think Indian Wells maybe. Like, yeah, there's 1 or 2 Masters left. So it would be great to maybe have a look at those ones and stream those. But yeah, Santiago's saying, hi Felix, how's it going, guys? Anyone that's looking forward to this match, drop a like, put something in the chat, show me that you're excited. I'm definitely excited for this one. Who do you think will win? Let me see if can I put that on the screen? Yeah, there we go. Who do you think will win? Both men and women. So we'll start off with the women, obviously being the women's final. It's going to be a tight match. Obviously, Fernandez has played, I suppose you could say, the higher ranked opponent. She's played Sabalenka, who, as of like the current rankings, is like number 2, the live rankings, I suppose you could say. Then you've got Osaka. I think she's about 5. Then you've got Kerber. You've got really high ranked players, and then you've got slight Raducanu. I think she's played Bendic and Sakari, and who are both kind of slightly lower. Oh, and Fernandez played Svitolina as well, I think. So I mean, yeah, Fernandez had more time on court, but then more experience against those, I guess you could say, like highest caliber of players. Not that Sakaris and Bendic aren't the highest caliber, but I mean, she's had like, what, 3 or 4 matches, whereas Raducanu's only had 2 or 3. But Raducanu has outperformed pretty much every player. Every match has been pretty much straight sets. I wouldn't say an easy victory, but everyone was like 6-2, 6-3, 6-1, 6-2, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, it's very impressive what she's been able to achieve, and it's going to be great to see 2 great athletes and 2 great competitors fighting it out. I don't think it's going to be an easy win for Raducanu like she did in the previous matches, like she did against Sakari. I think that was relatively straightforward, I guess you could say, in terms of the scoreline. And so yeah, I mean, Raducanu right-handed, Fernandez left-handed. Fernandez finds a way of winning these matches. She's had a lot of tie breaks, so 7-6s. She's had a lot of 7-5 sets and a lot of willpower, she's shown. So yeah, we'll just play the trailer for the stream just one more time for all of you guys that are new. And they've got a few minutes left to go. Just trying to sort out some stream stuff before we start. They're just playing the national anthems, the American flag over the whole court. Must be a great atmosphere in Arthur Ashe at the moment. See if I can. A little bit of static behind me. Probably just a bit of shadow. I think we're good there. Should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. John says hello. How you doing? Felix, same name as me. Clearly, got a great name there. The match hasn't started yet. I think it's supposed to start at 15:15 in about 10 minutes. The players aren't on court yet. But I'd love to know from you who you think is going to take the victory. I mean, personally, as a Brit, Raducanu is going to be slightly more my personal preference, having, seen her play. I can't remember. I may have played with her in the past, really long time ago. Haven't played with her recently, obviously. But maybe like an 8, 9 or 10 years old. I remember, seeing her around at tournaments, seeing her, competing with some older players, some younger players, X, Y, Z. So, that's going to be super interesting because I've got that kind of personal connection, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm really interested to watch this one. Obviously, both of them, I guess, deserve to win. And, if there was ever more deserving of a draw, but there are no draws in tennis, and that's just the nature of the game. So, that's going to be, I guess, it's a tough one. It is really tough one because they both deserve it. They've both fought their way through. Raducanu, obviously, first ever qualifier in the final. I mean, that's crazy. I think in the women's side, but that's crazy. Tyler Daniel says, "Will you be showing the game?" Unfortunately, I will not be showing. Well, we will not be showing the game. However, I will be commentating kind of on the game live as I see it and giving my reaction to you guys. So, if you're new to this kind of the stream, or you're new to this style of streaming, essentially, you'll see the stats right here. You'll see the the scoring. Live sub count isn't working right as of right now, but we'll see if we can get that working. And obviously, you've got some like tickers along the bottom where you can have a look at some of the rankings. But I will just essentially be commentating, on the match as I see it, which is going to be exciting because you guys can watch along and, hopefully enjoy not only the score, but also my commentary. We've done, I think, I'd say over 15, 20 streams now. We did the Wimbledon final. That was a success between Berrettini and Djokovic. Loads of you guys enjoyed that one. Loads of new subscribers. Loads of new people joining the channel, which was super exciting. Obviously, Djokovic tomorrow night has the opportunity to take the calendar Grand Slam, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will be looking forward to watching that. He's playing Medvedev, for those of you that aren't aware, and if you're not aware, well, are you living under a rock? I mean, everyone knows, the big matchup, Djokovic against Medvedev. Medvedev, obviously, 2019 final. That was a close one. I think it's going to go to 5 sets. Djokovic is going to have a maybe shaky start, go a set down, maybe 2 sets, and fight his way back. That's just the Djokovic way. And take the calendar Grand Slam. That's my prediction. I think Djokovic has found a way. He had the opportunity this year to make a golden calendar Grand Slam, golden calendar Grand Slam, which would have been, I don't even know if anyone's ever done that, but obviously Zverev taking the gold medal. But both of the players now standing next to the court, ready to go on. I mean, both look kind of, I suppose, as calm as you could be. I think Fernandez looks slightly less nervous. I know that a lot of the British fans, or a lot of the British newspapers and stuff like that, have really been talking a lot about Raducanu and talking a lot about, you know, pretty much everything in her life. So there's a lot of, I suppose, quite a lot of pressure on her. Even though, you know, you go in with the mentality of a qualifier and you go in with that kind of nothing to lose attitude, but at the end of the day, there is a final to lose, and nobody wants to lose a final, especially of a Grand Slam. It's the highest level of tennis possible. And, you know, they're just doing an interview with her. They do interviews before they go out on court with the person right behind them. That's interesting, I guess. You know, just to get their thoughts, you know, before the game. That's quite an interesting one. Steffi Graf did a Golden Slam. There we go. Thank you for letting us all know. Steffi Graf completed the Golden Slam. That is crazy. Now Fernandez's turn to talk. Fernandez always looks very happy. I like that about her. Raducanu, slightly more game-faced, but Fernandez looking really happy, looking happy to be here. And they're both very mature for their age, which is something that, you know, you notice when you hear them talking, when you see them on court. They're very tactically aware, but tennis-wise, but they're also very mature when you kind of speak to them. I think that kind of speaks to how they're able to perform at the highest level at such a young age, because obviously that mindset is everything. I mean, the level of tennis, especially on the women's side, is really kind of similar, I guess you could say, between, you know, a lot of players, but then it separates them is the mentality. On the men's side, okay, slightly more physical and slightly more time required to kind of master it, I guess you could say. But you know, it's the same thing. It's all mental. You know, you could play a guy who's top 100. He's having a bad day mentally, and then you know, you're on it. Everyone has a chance in tennis, and that's why, you know, we love it as a sport. Will says, who you think is going to win? Oh, it's a very tight one. I think Fernandez has that fighting spirit. She's really, you know, tries to find a way of, you know, fighting back. But Raducanu, once she gets ahead, she's going to finish it. So, I mean, it would all depend on the first few games. I think if it goes like a long match, Fernandez is going to edge it out because she's had more experience in that kind of field. And obviously, you know, once you've played a few tiebreaks at 7-6, you know how to deal with that pressure. But if it's kind of a, you know, Raducanu gets the early breaking, she can run away with it. And then that's going to be a way of, you know, that's one way I think she could take it. Obviously, it could be a battle. And I'm hoping for a battle. We're hoping for a strong fight between all of the players. And that's what we all want. However, again, I think for me personally, I don't like to choose sides because I know a lot of you are fans of, you know, Fernandez. A lot of you are fans of Raducanu. Either way, as a Brit, having, you know, played amongst Emma and, you know, seeing her kind of, you know, she's just the age group above me in terms of the British tennis here, I'd have to say that I'd like her to win slightly more than Fernandez, but I think both of them deserve to win. So that's kind of my answer. It's trying to stay as neutral as possible. That's because I think, yeah, at the end of the day, they both deserve it. And, you know, essentially what we all want is a really entertaining final. And one of them is going to be a kind of pretty much teenage champion crowned tonight. And, you know, that's going to be super interesting as I just take the pictures. Let me know in the chat who you think's going to win and if you're excited, you know, for this final. Because I definitely am, and I'm really hyped up to see who's gonna take this one. Again, it could be a 2-hour battle. That would be great. But again, it could be, you know, a one-sided affair. I hope it's not one-sided because obviously they both deserve, you know, to go out there and perform at their best level. And if they're both at their best, they're both gonna be winning a lot of points. I can tell you that, and we're gonna have a great show on our hands. Obviously, we're not going to be showing it to you guys on the screen because, you know, I'm going to be commentating on me watching it. I have my iPad here, but, you know, because of copyright, piracy, XYZ, unfortunately, I cannot show it to you guys. I don't have a link to watch it. I'm watching on Amazon Prime here in the UK. I think it's also given for free, I think, on Channel 4 maybe in the UK. I'm sure in the US it's probably ESPN or something like that. But that's what I'm watching it on. I'm really excited. They're doing the coin toss right now. You've got Billie Jean King on the court. and they're just doing the toss. I think, yeah, doing the pictures. I think Raducanu won the toss there. I'm not sure what she decided to do. Sport Gaming Life says, have you ever played Emma? I think I have played with Emma, but not in a match. Because obviously, you know, the guys and the girls don't usually mix in competition. But I think I have played with her, as in like hitting. Because, you know, at the age of, 9, 10, 11... I was in a lot of the national programs, and so was she, but she was the age group above. But, occasionally, you hit up with those guys. And I don't have any specific memories as such, but I definitely remember seeing her play and, kind of growing up just as the age above me, I guess you could say. Stop clickbaiting. What are you talking about? This is the women's final. I guess we've done multiple streams in the past on our channel where we just kind of commentate on the match, and hopefully I can make it as exciting as possible for you guys. What I know a lot of people do is they watch it and then they watch my reaction to it, because that's also quite interesting. Just running through the stats of Emma. We haven't got any overlays today, but I can read you some of the stats. We've got 18 years old. She's 5'9", slightly smaller than I am. She's earned $303,000 in careers prize money, pretty much mostly from Wimbledon, I would assume. And yeah, her highlights, very short. 4th round of Wimbledon, 1st round of Nottingham and San Jose. She pretty much played 3 tournaments, and her career record in the US Open is 6 wins and 0 losses, this being her first appearance. And that itself is a bit crazy. She never lost the US Open. I mean, looking at her previous matches, 6-2, 6-3 in the first round, 6-2, 6-4, then 6-love, 6-1, 6-2, 6-1, 6-3, 6-4, and 6-1, 6-4. Her closest match was against Bendich in the quarterfinals, where she lost 7 games only. She's won every match pretty much with a break, and I think, like I said, if she can go ahead and kind of get ahead in this match, that's going to be, the most beneficial for her, because, Leylah is a fighter. We're looking at her, she's 5'6", 3 inches the smaller. She's earned a lot more prize money, almost $1 million. She'll obviously be pretty much earning $1 or $2 million just from this final alone. She won Monterrey and made the 2nd round in Charleston and Abu Dhabi. So, slightly more experience on the tour. Having played in the 2020 US Open, where she lost in the 2nd round, but 7 wins and 1 loss, still a very, very solid record. We have to say, and looking at her previous matches, she's played Svitolina, Kerber, Osaka, and Sabalenka, winning them all in 3 sets with a 7-6 tiebreak. Against Osaka, it was the 2nd set, and that shows you the grit and determination. She could have lost those tiebreaks, and she wouldn't be in the final here today. But she's won 4 matches with a 6-all tiebreak, and she's won them in 3 sets. So that's why I think if it comes to a battle, I'd probably choose Fernandez based on her experience in a tight situation. But Emma Raducanu's clearly been playing some unbelievable tennis. So all remains to be seen from these 2 women in the final today. Have you ever been to Egypt? I have not. However, I am next summer perhaps thinking of playing some futures tournaments. Some ITF Pro Circuit events, and Egypt is obviously one of the places where they host a lot of those events. I think in Sharm el Sheikh, so possibly visiting there. Obviously, in the box, Leylah's mother, I believe that is, and her fitness coach Douglas. He's a very lively character. I've seen some of his stuff on Instagram. He's a very, very, very active and funny guy. I think he coached Dominic Thiem as well. So yeah, she's clearly got a great team around her and supporting her. She's an unbelievable mover. That's what you notice. She moves side to side. She's so quick, and you don't want to be getting in long rallies with a quick player, because essentially, unless you're out hitting them, and there's obviously margin for error there, it's going to be extremely tough to win matches. And Emma, her coach in the box, watching her, slightly less full her box, obviously being from the UK. And COVID and everything, it's going to be difficult to get a lot of people in your box. But obviously Fernandez from Canada, so short trip from Canada. Well, depending on where you live in Canada, Canada's quite big. from Canada down to New York to come watch. Can you imagine being in the box of your friend who's like 19 playing the US Open final, or being in the US Open final at the age of 19 and just having all your friends come down to support you? That's crazy. Anyway, now they finished the warm-up and they're about to start. Arthur Ashe Stadium absolutely full at Billie Jean King National Tennis Centre. The atmosphere in there is going to be electric. I can only imagine if it were to rain and they closed the roof, how loud it would be in that stadium. I'd love to have like the decibel reader to see, how loud it gets. But I think Fernandez is going to be serving first. That's what it looks like. Oh no, Raducanu will be serving first from the top of the court, from right here. You can see it behind me. This is the court they're on. She's going to be serving from there. Here we go. Raducanu against Fernandez. Raducanu to serve first. Can she start it off with a bang? Let's have a look. Big serve out wide. Fernandez goes through the middle. Raducanu goes forehand line. Fernandez goes, oh, great back. Fernandez goes backhand cross winner. I haven't done this in a while. You can clearly see I'm out of practice, but I'm gonna get it really, really quickly. Don't worry. But yeah, 15 love Fernandez. I think they're both gonna be coming out swinging, which is something that I'm noticing, especially on this. The first point. Raducanu serve down to Fernandez's forehand, goes down the line. Raducanu goes back forehand line. Fernandez goes through the middle. Fernandez with the backhand goes cross, all into the net, slightly off balance. I think that's going to be the main thing the first few games, finding a way of getting yourself into the match, just making balls, and then maybe starting to hit a bit bigger. Because what we saw with Sabalenka is that she began to try and hit too big. She had a great start, but then began to make lots and lots of errors. And that's not really what is going to win you through the match. And essentially she lost. So as Raducanu misses the first serve at 15-all, you want to be making those first serves. High first serve percentage the first few games. That's essential. Raducanu serve out wide. Fernandez goes backhand cross. Raducanu goes back cross. Oh, great shot. Backhand cross from Raducanu. Fernandez with a slice down the line. Raducanu goes back forehand line. Fernandez on the stretch. Short forehand. Goes to Fernandez's forehand. She's so quick. Raducanu puts the forehand away. Great tennis. I mean, that's if that is what is going to come, if that's the tennis level we're going to see, we're in for a great match. Fernandez just running for every ball, somehow finding a way of making it back into the court. But Raducanu, superior on the ground strokes at the moment. 30-15. Raducanu wants to get a good service hold. Great serve down the tee. Fernandez puts it in the net. And it's 40-15. Good start from Raducanu. Like I said, if she can really get a hold of this match and get a lead in a set, I think she can hold it. Big serve down the tee. Fernandez makes the forehand. Raducanu goes back forehand, crosses into the net. Ooh, first error we've seen from Emma. Or second, I think she made one on the first point. But I don't know if that was a I think it was more of a forced error. But yeah, 40-30 in the first game. I think it's going to be a battle on the serve, I reckon. Great serve down the tee to Fernandez's backhand. Emma goes backhand cross. Oh, it's a winner. Good start from Emma. Solid start. I mean, if she plays tennis like that, she's going to take this final. I think what she would have talked to her coach about is going out, playing aggressive, playing with kind of the head, but also looking to be as aggressive as possible. Because when you're playing aggressively, you're going out there, you're wanting to take it. You don't really get affected by nerves, because if you're standing 2 meters behind the baseline and you're just pushing the ball into the court, you're going to get really nervous, and the points are going to be longer. You're going to get more tired. There's a lot of things that can happen there. And like we saw, pretty much every serve there from Raducanu went to Leylah's backhand, which is obviously her weakest shot on the return, and that's going to push Fernandez into a position where she's going to be on the defense rather than the offense. But now let's see what Fernandez has to offer on her service game. She obviously doesn't want to get broken straight away. She could go 3-love down within I don't know, a few minutes of play, so that's definitely not what she wants. Let's see if she can, you know, hold serve and if she's got the nerve. She misses her first serve. Again, Emma with an 83% first serve percentage, which is extremely, extremely solid and what you want in your first service game. But Leylah, second serve, Emma's backhand. Oh, Emma hits a winner. Some more applause because at the moment she started like Sabalenka. She's on fire. Backhand winner on the return if she can just keep doing that. Wow. Unbelievable start. Can she keep it up though? I think Fernandez is going to find a way in, I reckon. She's very sneaky. Serve all down the tee. Misses by half a service box almost. There's definitely going to be nerves in both of these players. Even if they don't show it, they're young. Everyone feels nerves. Obviously, you know, that's going to affect performances. Leylah makes a double fault. I said there were going to be nerves. And obviously, Leylah now down a game and 30 love. She needs this point if she wants to hold. She wants to hold her chance of, you know, keeping herself in this one. She hasn't counted herself out in any of the matches previously, so we can expect a 3-setter. But Leylah to Raducanu's forehand. Leylah goes forehand cross, goes out. 40 love down. As Raducanu picks up 3 break point chances early on in this match. I mean, we've seen Raducanu absolutely storm through her previous matches. Could this be a repeat of those matches? Get the early break, serve it out, then second set, do the same thing. Let's see. Fernandez goes serve into the net. She's only 33% first serve percentage. Needs to find a way of getting that first serve percentage higher. Here we go. Second serve. Fernandez to Raducanu's backhand, goes through the middle. Fernandez with the backhand cross. Raducanu with the forehand cross goes onto the line. Oh, it's called out. Very, very fine margins. But you can see Raducanu is trying to target Fernandez's backhand because she knows Fernandez's backhand is more of a play-to-play shot rather than a play-to-win shot. You know, what I mean by that is she's playing it to get the ball in and to try and, you know, just, you know, find a way of building the rally rather than looking, you know, to hit an angle to find a way of winning the point, if that makes sense. But still, 2 break points now for Raducanu, and she's got a second serve to try and hit a winner off now. Let's see what she can do. Looking very concentrated. Goes to Raducanu's forehand, goes cross court. Leylah goes down the line with the backhand. Raducanu goes back up the line. Leylah on the stretch. Raducanu short forehand, goes to Fernandez's backhand, goes slice. Raducanu with the backhand down the line. Fernandez again gets there. Slice deep. Bang on the line. Too good from Fernandez. Goes cross court. Raducanu on the stretch. Just about gets it. Fernandez goes back forehand down the line. Oh, it's a beauty. That is what I meant by the unbelievable defense from Fernandez. She's so quick. 2 or 3 times there. Raducanu would have hit a winner against another opponent. But she just slices it or gets the backhand through the middle so she doesn't give Raducanu an angle and puts it really, really deep so she kind of resets the point. And then when she has the chance, she gets the short ball, puts it away first time, back behind Raducanu. And that's why I was saying with the maturity, it's such a tactical game. And she's really played that to perfection right there. She's still got a break point chance to Raducanu. As Fernandez misses another first serve, you can see the nerves creeping in. It's, you know, only 100 miles an hour. That's still quite slow. You know, she's quite a small girl, so you can't expect big bomb serves, but you can at least expect to make it. As Raducanu misses the return, and Fernandez saves 3 break points. I mean, this is nail-biting stuff already. Raducanu with a chance to take this opening, you know, break of serve, I guess. And Fernandez saying, no, I'm gonna keep this one. You're gonna have to find a way of winning the points if you want to take this break, rather than, you know, I'm not gonna miss. That's what she's saying mentally, and it's a great mindset to have. Goes serve to Raducanu's forehand, goes forehand inside out. Raducanu on the stretch, goes to Fernandez's backhand, goes for a drop shot. Raducanu's there, goes to Fernandez's backhand, who gets there. Drive volley from Raducanu, goes down the line. Too good. Another break point chance. Raducanu looking again to put pressure on Fernandez's backhand. You've seen every time she's been in a tight situation, she's gone high with the slice or the spin. And we can see that, you know, Raducanu's been aware of that, comes into the net and then puts away the drive volley. Good strategic thinking. And obviously when it doesn't look like it's, you know, it doesn't seem like she's doing that much thinking, but under all that pressure, I can tell you it is. Oh, and Fernandez hits an ace down the tee. That is composure. And she's hit 1 double fault, but she's made up for it with that ace at only 38% first serve percentage. But that's the game of tennis. You need to win the big points on the big points. If that makes sense. Well, no, you need to win the big points. That's how tennis works, and that was a big point. Anyway, Juice now goes long on the first serve again. It's the only thing I'd say from Fernandez. Slightly shaky serving performance. You know, we're 9 minutes in now. Should be starting to see a few more first serves going, or at least, you know, make it difficult for Emma. As she makes a double fault. Oh, nerves are definitely still there. And gives Raducanu, I think this is her 5th breakpoint chance in this second game. Raducanu's got to win one of them. Eventually, she's going to win one, and the more chances Fernandez gives her, the more chances she has of breaking. And a 2-love lead on serve would definitely be what Raducanu would want. She couldn't have asked for anything more. She goes through the tee. Fernandez goes to Raducanu's forehand. Fernandez goes back to Raducanu's forehand, who goes cross. Fernandez with the forehand goes down the line. Raducanu goes backhand. Oh, into the net. And Fernandez, great defense already. She's just such a fighter, and that's what we've seen with her many times before. She finds a way of digging deep and finding a way to win the big points. Now, this is another secret big point. I was talking to a friend of mine, his coach, and he was talking to me about secret big points. They're the points that lead up to the big points, and this is one of those ones. If you can get this one, then you've got the big point, and she does. Fernandez puts a big serve into Raducanu's body, who puts the backhand in the net, and now this is a big point for Fernandez to equalise it out in this first set and maybe get rid of some of those nerves. Once you're on the scoreboard and you've won a game, you're slightly less nervous because nobody wants to get bageled and nobody wants to go 3-love down and get double broken or single broken in a Grand Slam final. It's obviously a new experience for both of them as well, so obviously I don't need to tell you guys there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of atmosphere in the stadium right now. Anyway, Fernandez, second serve to Raducanu's backhand, goes down the line. Raducanu puts it down the line with the forehand. Fernandez goes back down the line. Raducanu on the stretch, puts it short. Fernandez comes into the net, misses the forehand wide on the approach shot. I'm going to put some applause because that's great defense from Raducanu. And it's still juice. This looks like it's going to be a long match. Excuse me. Looks like it's going to be a long match. If the games keep going like this, and we see 1 or 2 7-6s, could be here for hours. As the clock strikes 9:30 in the UK, and I think 4:30 in America. Raducanu, return through the middle, goes backhand cross. Fernandez goes forehand through the middle. Raducanu backhand down the line. Fernandez for backhand cross. Good depth on both of these shots. Oh, great angle from Fernandez with the inside out forehand. Now goes down the line, drive volley. Raducanu's there, but pushes it wide. Unbelievable angle from Fernandez. That's what we love to see. And Fernandez putting an absolutely magical inside-out forehand there, really pulling Emma off the court, finishing it with a down-the-line forehand, and Emma could not make that one. Another chance to equalise it out at 1-1, relieve some of the tension for Fernandez. Here we go. Or can Raducanu hang in there and try and get the break? Go serve out wide. Raducanu puts the forehand backhand into the net, but it was a let. We, replay the point. I don't have any sound, unfortunately. Thank you for subscribing on my iPad. So when it's a LED, it's hard for me to, see, but we move. Serve goes long from Fernandez. It's a second serve now. We don't want to see a double fault. She's already made 2 this game, so we're not going to count it out. Once you've made 1, they will start piling in. And it goes through the middle. Raducanu, good return through the center. Raducanu goes forehand down the line. Fernandez goes backhand. Forehand cross, through the middle. Puts it long. And it's juice again. This is a tight game. I think this is a momentum shifter of a game. I think if Raducanu can get this, she will win the first set. She will, go 3-love up at least and hold her serve and, find a way. But we're 9 minutes into this game. And Fernandez really needs this for her confidence. She needs this for the scoreline not to be broken. Raducanu, I think, does have the stronger serve. As Fernandez puts the serve to Raducanu's forehand there, and the forehand to backhand cross. Leylah obviously being a lefty. Raducanu puts the backhand to Leylah's forehand, goes down the line. Raducanu goes forehand cross. Raducanu goes backhand down the line. Leylah goes backhand through the middle, going through the middle quite a lot, both of them. Leylah goes for the angle, goes wide. Another break point for Raducanu. Finding a way of staying in this game, and now Leylah is in trouble again. She's going to have to be extra cautious on this one because she's had so many chances to take this game. It's such a momentum shifter if she now gets broken. But we're 13 minutes into this match. It's break point number 6 for Raducanu. Serve goes out wide. Raducanu goes backhand cross. Leylah goes down the line into the net. And it's a break for Raducanu early on in this first set of the US Open Women's Final. And now Raducanu's 2-love up on serve. She's had a long game, so she's warm. She can close this game, next game out, and go 3-love up. That's really piling the pressure on Fernandez. And there are a lot of British fans in the crowd. Obviously, I say probably slightly more Canadian fans in, just from the geography wise. That would make more sense. But let's see what Raducanu does. I have a sneaking suspicion she's going to go to Fernandez's backhand here, which she doesn't. She opts to go down the tee, but it goes wide. Goes long, sorry. If she can hold here especially, she's going to be in a great position in this match. Goes serve to Leylah's backhand, goes angle cross court. Fernandez goes slice through the middle. Oh, Emma with a great slice down the line. Oh, Fernandez goes back down the line with the backhand. Raducanu wasn't expecting that. Raducanu putting a great slice to Fernandez's backhand, really trying to make her play some low shots, make her play some high shots, mixing the variations, a good strategy. But Fernandez, always very quick up to the ball, just something you notice. It's hard to commentate because, they're hitting the ball so fast and, one's a lefty, one's a righty, so it's quite difficult to actually say or explain to you guys what's going on. But hopefully, I'm doing my best. Also, last time I did this was a Wimbledon final, and that was on grass. That was even quicker. Serve to Fernandez's forehand, goes down the line. Raducanu goes forehand cross. Fernandez goes down the line with the backhand. Raducanu, great defense on the backhand. Goes forehand back behind. Leylah with a slice through the middle. Goes long. 15-0. It feels like already this is like the business end of the set, even though it's obviously not. It's like 2 games in. It feels that you can feel the tension and the atmosphere through the screen almost, And obviously they've been playing for 16 minutes. Usually that's 4 or 5 games, 4 or 5 games worth. It could be 4-1 or 5-love, but it's not. Great serve from Raducanu. Fernandez makes the return. Stuck in a rally now. Goes down the line from Raducanu with the backhand. Leylah slices it long. Again, we see Raducanu pressurizing that backhand of Leylah. And you can see that that's clearly her weaker side. She opts in for the slice quite a lot. And that gives Raducanu the time she needs to go around and hit the forehand. Either an angle to Fernandez's forehand or go back with a different type of shot to Fernandez's backhand, which is, like I said, her weaker shot. Anyway, 30-15 up now. Raducanu goes serve to Leylah's forehand, but is out. Second serve, we've seen a high percentage, 67% from Raducanu, with 67% win rate. It's extremely impressive. She can keep it, high 60s, 70s. That's definitely where you want to be. You definitely hold a lot of serve. Great serve down the tee to Leylah's backhand. Leylah goes backhand through the middle. Raducanu with a forehand cross. Ooh, stuck in the cross court. Oh, and Raducanu misses with the backhand wide. Fernandez using that forehand, and we can see again Fernandez's forehand wins the point. Backhand loses the point. We see Andy Roddick in the stadium. Doesn't look like he's enjoying himself, but I'm sure he's enjoying the tennis. He's got his black shades on, black hat. That's his face. I'm sure he's enjoying the show. Anyway, 30-all. Raducanu misses another serve. Maybe she's getting slightly nervous. If we see a double fault here, Fernandez gets a chance to go break point up. Here we go. Serve goes out wide. Is a let. Looking again at 85 mile an hour angle to Fernandez's backhand. That gives Fernandez 3 choices: through the middle, angle, and down the line. And 2 of those, shot choices. Raducanu's got covered. She goes down the middle to Raducanu's backhand. Ooh, Raducanu pushes the backhand long, and it's a first break point for Leylah Fernandez. She can break back now. She's back on serve, and she can equalise at 2-all. And this will be a great opportunity for her to gain the confidence that she knows she can break Raducanu's serve. That's one of the main things when you play a match. You feel like, if you can't break someone, you feel I can never break them. But if you get a break early on, you have that confidence. Here we go. Anyway, Raducanu now serve down the tee. Oh, Leylah not getting it back. Great serve from Raducanu under the pressure. You see she's coping with it well so far. Going to hit 500 live viewers this evening. Hopefully. I know during the men's final we hit like 3,000 or something ridiculous. So hopefully those numbers keep growing and you guys, sticking around. Hopefully you guys are enjoying, or you want to come back to watch when the score gets closer, hopefully. Raducanu to Leylah's forehand. Goes backhand down the line into the net. Raducanu showing some signs that she's human. She's obviously missed balls already, but, that was a big point. She's usually executed those with flawless ground strokes, but seemingly she's finding it difficult even herself to execute. Serve down the tee. Great serve to Leylah's backhand. Goes through the middle. Raducanu forehand. They're going through the middle pretty much. Leylah with the backhand down the line. Gets a net cord. Raducanu goes backhand to Leylah's backhand. Goes cross court. Raducanu forehand down the line. Leylah forehand cross. Good angle. Raducanu goes to Leylah's backhand. Leylah misses in the net. Slight bit of luck there. I guess you could say for Raducanu because it was a let cord, but it wasn't a let cord, if that makes sense. It was a let cord, but it acts as if it was a normal shot. So Raducanu just had a slower backhand, essentially, which makes it easier. But still a great effort to make Fernandez play the balls. Carla says, "Vamos Raducanu." She's got a great start. Great serve out wide, goes wide again. She's really slowing it down, putting a lot of zip on it. I like to call it zip, but it's just like slice on the ball. 85 miles an hour. 89, sorry. Really, trying to find the angle to her backhand, which gives Leylah only like one or two options to hit into. Goes again, slice to Leylah's backhand, goes angle this time. Raducanu gets there, but Fernandez got a short forehand, puts it away. Another break point. This is forwards and backwards the whole time. This is what we wanted. This is what we were expecting from this final. Two absolute legends in the making, hopefully. Battling it out, and we obviously don't want a one-sided affair. We want a battle to the end. And that's what both of these players deserve. That's what we deserve. Well, we want, I guess you could say. A great final. Serve down the tee. Raducanu, it's a let. Steven says, "Great channel, guys." Thank you very much. Any of you want to subscribe? The live count, sub count isn't working right now, but that doesn't matter. You can still subscribe and support the channel. Also, like the live stream so that more people can come and watch and witness this amazing match and my commentary, which I'm trying my best in. Anyway, add to Fernandez. Raducanu with a second serve goes to Fernandez's forehand, who misses the net. She wasn't expecting that one. Every time Raducanu has opted with the slice down the tee, pretty much bang on the line, bang on perfect. She opts to go with the kind of flatter to Fernandez's forehand, and we've got another 7-minute game on our hands. It's just a great tactical switch up from Raducanu there. Instead of going with the slice, go with the flat. That's a really good tactical play. It's juice. Serve goes into the net, bottom of the net. Both missing quite a few first serves now. I think Raducanu and Fernandez will probably be in the 50s if they keep serving like this. Anyway, serve pushes it long. It's a double fault. Double fault for Raducanu. First double fault of the match. And what a time for Fernandez to now capitalise. Break point number 4. I think Raducanu had pretty much like 6 or 7 break points before she managed to convert, so maybe Fernandez doesn't need that many. It's let on the first serve. Whoever wins truly deserves this. I'm personally rooting for Raducanu, though. I think personally, deep down as a British, having seen her, play at tournaments at my age, I guess, a bit older, I'd like Raducanu to win, but I think they both deserve it. Great serve down the tee to Fernandez's backhand. Great defense. Raducanu on the forehand goes down the line. Fernandez with the backhand. Oh, Raducanu misses the net with the backhand. And it's a break back for Leylah Fernandez in this women's final. And it's 2-1 again on serve for Fernandez. And so all of that effort to break is, I guess you could say, gone to waste. And that's the game of tennis. At the end of the day, the score is 2-1 with Leylah on serve. It doesn't matter how long the game was. It doesn't matter how many chances you had. Same almost with any sport. If you just don't take the chances, you don't have anything to show for it. And now there's everything to play for in this first set. And like I said, Fernandez loves a battle. She loves... Obviously, she's not intentionally losing games. That's not what I'm saying. But she loves that kind of fighting element. And she almost, needs that kind of closeness and the tightness of the match to really... That's what she thrives on. And she's won, 4 matches against pretty much top 20 players. And I think 3 of Three of them were top 10. I mean, I think 3 of them were top 5. You got Osaka, Svitolina, and Sabalenka. I mean, wow. She won all of those matches in 3 sets with a 7-6 set in there. So, shows you. Another thing I've already mentioned, but they're both pretty much 18, 19 years old. I mean, I'm 18 years old. Obviously, the men's game is slightly different. However, still an unbelievable achievement. And for both of these players, they've got obviously a big career ahead of them. But obviously, both of them would love to win this one. As good as it is to make the final, as good as crazy as it is, both of these women would like to win this match. I can tell you that. Can you imagine? Your maiden US Open as a qualifier go on to win. That would be the story for Raducanu, and obviously Fernandez is our second US Open, so that's still incredible. Great set to Raducanu's backhand, who puts it in the net. Raducanu was complaining, I think, that there was some sort of disturbance there, but needs to move on. Needs to make sure mentally she's in the right place. You know, would like to get quite a quick break. You know, she doesn't want to go through that whole spiel again, I guess you could say. Serve to Raducanu's backhand, goes through the middle. Fernandez, great defense, and Raducanu puts it in the net. Fernandez, great. She's really nimble and agile. When someone puts her in a quick return, she's really quick to just adjust, move in the right place, and guide the ball to where she needs it to go. And that's something me personally I need to work on, because I'm usually, you know, trying to hit it too hard, or just not. I don't have that kind of steering capacity, steering the ball to where I need it to go and getting my feet in the right place. She misses her first serve. 30 love. I guess she could lose this point. She'd like to win this game to love, though, to make a statement. Raducanu goes big forehand return. And there goes big backhand cross. Ooh, onto the line. Fernandez goes back down the line. Fernandez with a drop shot. Raducanu's going to chase it down. She doesn't get there. Good play from Fernandez. Her whole box is standing up. Her whole box is absolutely packed. I mean, she's really good with the kind of the lefty angles, I guess you could say. She's clearly got great hands. Puts the drop shot. Pretty much, I mean, when I was playing at the national, you know, camps when I was slightly younger, they'd always say if you get it to bounce twice in the service box, it's a good drop shot, or 3 times or whatever. In that box, that ball pretty much stops in the service box. So pretty much perfect. Here we go, 40 love. Serve goes to Raducanu's backhand, goes through the middle battle. Fernandez just about gets the ball, and Raducanu goes forehand angle on the stretch from Fernandez. Oh, drive volley, that's beautiful. Using the angle of the backhand from Fernandez to open up the space, and goes drive volley into the court. There we go. I followed tennis for 40 years. Fernandez will take her. She refuses to lose. Beat all the top players. Emma's won easily, but not the caliber Leylah's beat. I agree. I think Sakari and the other woman that she played were, you know, obviously of a high level. Bendit, sorry. I think I wouldn't counter out that easily, but I think, yeah, Leylah is a fighter, I guess you could say. Forehand to forehand battle. Oh, puts Raducanu on the stretch, going for the drive volley. That was going miles out. She plays it. She misses it wide. Raducanu is given a lifeline in this game. That ball was going meter out. Fernandez played it. That's what pressure does to you. You got the whole crowd screaming your name or whatever. You get a bit nervous. Fernandez making 9 unforced errors as compared to Raducanu's 7 so far. Or errors, I guess you could say. Fernandez, great serve down the tee. Raducanu puts it wide. She secures the hold. And we're 2-2 in the first set of this women's final. I mean, we've seen in the past, if Raducanu takes the first set, she hasn't lost the second. Whereas Leylah has, you know, it's a bit more varied. With Leylah, you know, it's going to be a 3-set battle, I'm pretty sure. I think if Raducanu wins the first set, she'll take it in 2. If Fernandez wins the first set, she'll take it in 3. Or it will go to 3 at least. That's my prediction. Great serve from Raducanu to Leylah's backhand. Goes through the centre. Raducanu with the backhand down the line. Drive. Fernandez on the defence. Raducanu with the forehand down the line. Oh! Fernandez backhand down the line winner. That's what I think we're going to see very often today. Just Raducanu absolutely just smashing the ground strokes. But Fernandez just quick enough and just guides the ball exactly where she wants it. Goes backhand down the line winner. That with just such good quality. Just using all of that pace so nicely. Anyway, here we go. 15-love down. Ooh. Fernandez looking like she knew where Raducanu was going to go there. She was moving towards her backhand. It's a second serve now. I reckon Emma might go kick serve out wide. She tries to, but goes double fault. It's 30-love now. How the momentum shifted. It looked like it was going to be a 3-love Raducanu solid start. And we're sitting here at 2-2 with the potential chance now for 3 break points for Fernandez. How has that happened? What's going on here? How things change. Tennis, crazy sport. Serve out wide from Raducanu. Opens the space, goes down the line. Too good. 1-2 punch. She keeps doing that. She's going to win a lot more points. That's what you have to do against Fernandez. Not getting the rally. Just 1-2 punch. Solid serve. Solid first ball. Boom, boom. Then you're done. Good depth on that ball as well. Anyway, Raducanu serve down the tee. Fernandez is ready and waiting, but misses the ball wide. Ooh, slightly shaky return there, and it's 30-all. And again, like I said, it's just tennis. 2 balls, you're back in the game. I mean, another 2 points, and you won the game. I mean, tennis is a sport where you can be 1 point away from winning and 3 points away from losing. I mean, that's or 2 points away from winning and 2 points away from losing. In a tie break. It's crazy. In football, you just need 1 moment of genius. I'm not hating on football. I'm just saying within football, you need 1 or 2 moments. You can score 1 or 2 goals. As Fernandez puts the return wide and Raducanu has a game point chance. But obviously in tennis, you have to be consistently, doing the basics very, very well. And 1 moment of like a great shot won't win you the match. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say. As Raducanu goes for 4 straight points in a row, can she do it? Big serve down the tee. Fernandez puts the return long. She can. She holds from 30-love down in that game. And again, I was, saying, how have we gone from 3-love, almost 3-love up to 3-2 down on a break? But she holds on and keeps her hopes and dreams alive for this first set. I think definitely whoever wins the first set has a lot of the pressure on their shoulders. I think we could see 3 sets because I think especially in the juniors game, I say juniors, but they're kind of in the younger generation, I guess. When you win the first set, you kind of have the mentality that you've got that kind of pressure on you now to win, and sometimes you kind of feel like it can't be that easy. And I think we've seen that with Fernandez. She's had that fighting spirit to kind of either she's won the first set and then she's either had a little dip or the opponent's played better, whatever that is, or it's actually been she's fighting back as the underdog, I guess you could say. I think that's what we're going to see in this match. I mean, Fernandez is a great fighter. Raducanu is a great front runner. And that's why this is a great matchup. Something as well, like Fernandez's hands and agility and stuff is something just unbelievable that, I haven't really seen in a lot of the, women's tennis previously. It shocked me how quickly and nimble and agile she is and how, she's got great hands, she can move, she can guide the ball. And that's as a lefty as well. That's really one of the reasons she is the player that she is. Apart from obviously her fighting spirit, XYZ. And then Raducanu, on the other hand, is a big hitter. She's a power player. She's got a great serve, great forehand, really uses the angles, is aggressive. And when both of these players are working, they've got different game styles, but obviously both of them can win matches. Obviously both are great players. I'm just trying to find like the game style and maybe the weaknesses that we could maybe begin to see. Obviously, a lot of it is positioning on the serve. Tactics we've seen quite a lot of on the serve, going to Leylah's backhand, which I was mentioning, and Leylah just trying to put the ball into the court and find a way of, manipulating the point in her favour. And again, she's also trying to go lefty slice to Raducanu's backhand, which is an effective shot because as a right-handed player, you're usually used to playing right-handed players. You're not used to that different type of spin in the way that the ball's approaching you. Anyway, goes to Raducanu's backhand, who goes backhand cross, and Fernandez misses in the net. And it's 15-love Raducanu. This would be a great time to break, may I just add. 4-2, then 5-2. That's really putting the pressure on your opponent and makes it seem like the gap between you two is actually bigger than it is. Obviously choosing to serve first, Raducanu has that advantage, whereas, if Fernandez were to serve first, then the break would only be, 3-all, so. As Raducanu puts a forehand long, you can clearly see she's slowing the racket head speed down. And that's what's causing that kind of, that ball's just to travel slightly long. It's just the fine details under the pressure, under the lights of Arthur Ashe. And they're both equal on unforced errors now. And I think this is these stats are slightly like, I think, you know, the unforced error is obviously always kind of questioned. But it's 15-all. Second serve for Fernandez now. I would assume she's going to Raducanu's backhand, but that is awaited to be seen. All tries to go to the forehand, but makes a double fault. See, sometimes when you think about a different strategy and you kind of psych yourself out, I'm going to go forehand instead of backhand. She's not going to be thinking, but does she know that I'm thinking? Da 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 da. Sometimes, you know, you overthink it and you put it in the net. Sometimes the best strategy is just do what you know and don't think about your opponent. Do what you know. You know. Serve from Fernandez goes down the tee, just wide. I mean, that would have been a Hawkeye challenge if there were lines people, that one. Visho says Leylah needs to stay aggressive. I agree, but she does her game style is good defense. As they're in the rally now, Leylah going backhand to Raducanu's forehand, goes down the line. Oh, misses it just wide. She just went to tee off that ball down the line. She checked out. She couldn't quite deliver, but it's still 30-all, not a problem. Where can I see this match? You can see it on Amazon Prime, on Channel 4 in the UK, I think on ESPN in America. Plenty of places you can watch it, but obviously you can watch my commentary right here. I'm obviously watching the match and I'm explaining it, talking through tactics, talking through, you know, what I'm seeing, my connection to the game, and obviously the game itself. Anyway, 30-all. Fernandez with the serve to Raducanu's forehand, puts it into the net. That's a slightly shaky forehand from Raducanu. She's been giving slightly more free points than she would like at the moment, which is making it easier for Fernandez to hold serve, because if you're getting 2 or 3 easy points per game, or 3 points, I guess you could say, not easy points, then it makes it a whole lot easier to win your service games. Fernandez, big serve down the tee, goes into the net. Still below 50% on the first serve. She'd like to see that go into the 60s, 70s sometime soon. That would be the idea. That would be her idea, I guess. Serve to Raducanu's backhand goes through the middle. It's a let. It is a let. Raducanu doesn't want another 9, 10, 20-minute game or whatever. I think definitely not. Serve to Raducanu's backhand goes cross court. Leylah goes down the line, gets a net cord, just rolls over. Some applause for winning that game. She's not sorry at all. She loves to see that net cord. Take it all day. You're doing a good job. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best. A free link to watch the game. I don't unfortunately have a link, but I know that, like I said earlier, you can watch it on multiple streaming platforms. Here in the UK, I'm not too sure about America, but in the UK, that's where I am. 3-3 in this first set. Raducanu to serve, goes big serve out wide, just puts it into the service, into the side tram line. Second serve now. Goes serve through the middle. Leylah on the forehand, goes through the centre. Goes cross court of Leylah. She's got a short ball. She goes slice to Raducanu's backhand. Goes slice down the line. Goes, oh, great volley cross court. That's such a tactically sound play. Sound doesn't really do it justice. Genius. But I don't want to overdo it. It was a very clever play. She went slice short to Raducanu, who's then obviously forced to slice up. Leylah's waiting there to put away the backhand volley. Very, very smart play there from Fernandez. Raducanu's got to be careful now that she doesn't, slip up mentally, give away a break. 37 minutes in with 6 games. Serve down the tee. Leylah makes the backhand through the centre. Goes backhand literally through the middle of the court. Leylah goes with the backhand cross court. Raducanu goes forehand down the line. Sticking to Leylah's forehand now. They're going the forehand down the line battle. Raducanu goes forehand to Leylah's forehand, who goes back cross. Raducanu with the backhand down the line. Leylah backhand cross. Onto the line. Leylah with a short drop shot. Raducanu scrambling. Goes backhand down the line. Leylah's there. Goes cross. Raducanu with the net. Puts the volley away. Oh, what a point. 15-all. Leylah had a chance there with a drop shot, but couldn't find a way past Raducanu. Beautifully done there. And solid execution. Just not quite enough done with the drop shot there. She had enough time to play a proper backhand. And then she puts away the volley. And even Fernandez is not quick enough to make that volley or get to that volley even. She was pretty close actually, but not close enough. Anyway, hugging the baseline now, Raducanu goes big serve out wide, forehand down the line, as we've seen many times. Fernandez gets there, drive volley from Raducanu, goes to Fernandez's backhand, pops it up high again. Raducanu, drive volley again. Oh, puts it long. Doesn't know what to do. I mean, Fernandez is everywhere. She's like a ninja. She's like boom, boom. Every side of the court. Darting everywhere. Like Diego Schwartzman. Kind of that, smaller stature, but she's, everywhere. Just getting everything back. And that makes it difficult for Raducanu because she's playing high drive volleys. Even though they're mid-court, they've got a lot of pressure on you. Now it's 15-30. Raducanu now. Serve to Leylah's backhand. Goes through the middle. Just long. Here's where this is why you practice your second serve, for these moments right here. Can't afford to double fault. Goes to Leylah's forehand, goes down the line. Oh, into the net. 30-all, 3-all, 30-all. Tied in this match. Literally could not be closer. They've already been playing for 40 minutes. Unreal scenes here. It's 2:30 AM in India. I rate the grind. I rate the commitment to watch this match. Serve out wide. Fernandez down the line. Raducanu goes backhand cross onto the line. Fernandez goes high spin. Good defense. Raducanu, big forehand inside in. That's a great shot from Raducanu. She's got the nerves to go big forehand inside in and go for the winner there. Because she knows, I don't think she's going to be, she knows that she's not really able to out-rally and out-maneuver Fernandez unless she can go through the court with the power and precision that she's used to. Here we go. 40-30. Game point chance for Raducanu to go 4-3 up in this first set. Serve down the tee. Fernandez backhand. Raducanu goes forehand cross. Leylah goes backhand cross. Raducanu down the line with the forehand. Raducanu goes deep. Oh, the backhand goes in. Forehand down the line from Raducanu. Goes back down the line from Fernandez. Stuck in the forehand down the line. Raducanu gets it inside out. Oh, it's bang on the line. Fernandez gets there. Goes back cross court. Great angle from Raducanu. Oh, that is solid tennis. And Raducanu is saved and wins that game to go 4-3 up on Fernandez's serve now. That was a solid point there. Fernandez really hustling to get the ball in, but Raducanu dominating with the forehand and not missing this time. Making sure that she made that ball. And manoeuvring Fernandez enough just to get her off the court to be able to put it into the open space. Tennis Tactics 101 right there. You could write a book about this. 2 or 3 times we've seen the 3 patterns of play, I'd say, from this match so far that we've seen is the Raducanu slice serve on the juice, slice serve out wide. Fernandez puts the ball anywhere. Raducanu goes down the line. Unless she's doing a crazy angle, the whole court's free pretty much to hit into. We've seen Fernandez going a short slice to Raducanu's slice, with her kind of her backhand slice down the line or her forehand angle, giving Raducanu the only option but to hit up, and then Fernandez at the net, she puts the volley away. That's kind of the scenario 2, and then scenario 3, I would say, is just Raducanu maneuvering Fernandez, putting it to her backhand or her forehand. Actually, no, I would say going forehand down the line, because as a lefty, you're not expecting them to go to your forehand. You're expecting them to go forehand cross to your backhand. That's what you're kind of used to. But when Raducanu keeps going forehand line, Fernandez is forced to recover all the way to the other side of the court, and then Raducanu goes forehand line again, and then she's moving. That's really making her run, because obviously when you go down the line, you have to recover to the other side, and Fernandez is obviously on the stretch, can't put the ball cross, puts the ball line, and then she has to cover the larger space. So I mean, a lot to learn, I guess. Take notes. Get your little notepad. Any of you younger guys. I'm young myself, obviously, but even I'm learning things from watching these women play, which is great. It's, why you love to watch tennis. Anyway, 3-4 now. Fernandez, great serve down the tee, pushes it long. It's a double fault. Oh, you do not want to be broken here. This could be the set if you get broken here, because obviously 5-3, 6-3 would be very close. here we go. 15 love Raducanu. Leylah goes down the tee. Oh, it's an ace. It's a beautiful serve. What a great serve. I'm just commentating on the match, actually. I'm watching it here, and you can obviously watch it at home on different streaming platforms, but I obviously can't show you because of copyright. But I'm going to be commentating and giving my, analysis, I guess you could say, and talking through the match and my opinions, emotions, and obviously exactly what's happening on the screen. Anyway, 15-all. Second serve from Fernandez goes to Raducanu's forehand. Goes great angle cross. Pulls her out of the court. Raducanu beast mode on forehand return. Really hitting that one. She's looking to go out and win this game. You can tell that she's going to do anything to try and put Fernandez under pressure. But Fernandez gives a little fist pump. Even though she's 15-30 down, you can see she's always going to be fighting. And that's something I admire about her. Anyway, 15-30. Goes serve. Ooh, into the net. Under 100 miles an hour, so you can see she's trying to guide it a bit more. She knows she's under 50% first serve, wants to make Raducanu play slightly more. Anyway, second serve goes to Raducanu's forehand, he goes through the middle, goes back to Raducanu's backhand, goes down the line. Fernandez goes backhand cross, onto the line. Raducanu puts it wide. Fernandez sticks in there, using the angle of her backhand. That's something I'm working on personally, trying to get my backhand to use the wrist and flick it across the court. And more of an angle rather than through the court. I can kind of hit it hard, but not really at an angle, I guess you could say. 30-all. Serve down the tee. Raducanu gets there. Oh, it goes in. Fernandez with the forehand goes down the line. Very clever. Raducanu thought she was going to play inside out to her forehand, but decided to go inside in. And good nerves there from Fernandez. That's always difficult. A high forehand ball. It's always deceivingly difficult, those kind of shorter ones, because there's a lot of pressure for you to make it. Because, you've almost won the point. You can't let that get in your head, Serve. Ooh, Raducanu thought she was going to go to the forehand side, but so it kind of preemptively moved, but Leylah went in the net instead. not on purpose, obviously. Goes to Raducanu's forehand, goes down the line. Raducanu just almost trips over, goes through the middle of the court. Raducanu wins the point. Leylah pushes the forehand inside out, very far wide. I'm not sure what was happening there with Raducanu's movement. Slightly all over the place. I was watching her rather than Fernandez. Didn't quite catch the end of that point. Well, I saw it, but I wasn't really paying attention. I can't hear the crowd either, so I can't really properly hear the commentary of the people or the stadium noise. So, great inside-in forehand from Fernandez. Great nerves. Great nerves. So someone's saying the crowd hating on Raducanu. I wouldn't think so. I'd assume that it's just, slightly more in favour of Fernandez, because obviously the Canadian is closer to home, I guess you could say. But I know a lot of the Brits here are definitely rooting for Raducanu. Big serve outright. Raducanu goes backhand down the line, pulls it long, and it's 4-all. The action continues in this first set of the women's final. 47 minutes in. I was going to say yet to be broken, but they have both been broken, but yet to be out of the service rhythm. That's not the right word, is it? Not service rhythm. Service hold rhythm. There's been no break and consolidation, is what I'm trying to say. Serve goes long from Raducanu. Both of them on serve, you can see that they're slightly more nervous. Obviously it's a US Open final, but great serve out wide from Raducanu. 1-2 punch goes. Called it. The tennis tactic. I've said the number one that she's used. Serve out wide, backhand down the line, or forehand down the line into the open space every time, and it's worked pretty much every time. Fernandez can never get there. And that's what she wants to see more of. She wants an easy game here to go up to 5-4. And obviously at 5-4 there's extra pressure, because if Fernandez gets broken, then it's a set. Serve out wide from Raducanu, pushes it slightly long. As she takes the second serve now. Goes big kicker down or slice down the tee. Leylah goes through the centre. Leylah goes backhand. Raducanu's forehand goes great angle. Leylah with a drop shot. Raducanu's running, gets there. Oh, goes into the net. Good hands from Fernandez. I mean, drop shot's always something that you kind of feel you have to have a lot of like guts and like grit to be able to play a good drop shot at an important moment. You have to be tactically aware that your opponent's far enough off the court or behind the court, and then you play the drop shot, and then they're on the run, and then you obviously have to position yourself based on where they are, because they could obviously go short drop shot, or they could push it down the line, they could push it wide. It's a kind of risky shot, but it usually pays off. Slice to Fernandez's backhand, 1-2 punch goes down the line, but Fernandez gets there, but pushes it long. Again, using that 1-2 punch out wide open space. And even if Fernandez, like she was there, gets to the ball, it's an extremely difficult shot to make. A lot of you in the chat right now saying you want Raducanu, some saying you want Fernandez. Let me know in the chat who you want to win. Great serve down the tee, goes long from Raducanu. Let me know who you wants to win. Dennis the Greek says, clever tactic to prefer slicing the second to the lefty backhand instead of going for a kick on second serve. That's what I was saying. Yeah, you want to be able to slice it to her backhand, and then you know, forces a shorter ball. As Raducanu does exactly that, gets a short forehand, gets a short backhand inside the court. Leylah gets there. Raducanu with the volley. How has Fernandez got to that ball? Pushes it long. Is it out? It was. Wow, what a point. And Raducanu kind of doing exactly what Dennis just said there. Going slice down the tee. Pushing the kind of the backhand lefty through the middle of the court. And then she's got the whole kind of both sides of the court to play with. Yeah, let me know in the chat who you're rooting for. I'm sure a lot of the Brits will be rooting for Raducanu. I know a lot of the newspapers have been, you know, talking about her. So a lot of new tennis fans or tennis fans have been re-engaged to watch this women's final. A lot of you enjoying it here, hopefully, with my commentary. Anyway, 40-15 Raducanu now to go 5-4 up. Goes to Leylah's forehand, goes backhand cross. Leylah with the forehand goes through the middle, goes long. And Raducanu consolidates. And it's 5-4 in the final. And now it puts a bit of extra pressure on Fernandez, because if Fernandez gets broken now, it's 6-4, not 5-4, like it would have been. Oh, sorry, not. It would have been 5-3, and then Raducanu would have had to have served. But this time, Raducanu only needs 4 points to take this first set and be only 6 games away from winning the championship. Seems crazy to say almost. And you go from 1 week pretty much, seeing Raducanu, yeah, well done, winning the first round after coming through qualies, not really expecting too much. And I've never heard of Leylah Fernandez until about she beaten Osaka, and then and crazy how things change. I mean, Fernandez, I hadn't heard of her before, and I saw that she had beaten Osaka, but I didn't watch the match. And then I watched her match against Kerber, which was impressive. And then against Svitolina, she kind of kept getting better and better. And I watched the replay of her against Sabalenka, and that was very, very impressive. Keeping her nerve against such a strong player. And Fernandez looking like she's trying to stay calm. That is the motto, stay calm. That's what's going to win you the match, I guess. Thank you for the great commentary. Go Fernandez, says. There we go. Mark says the Brit because she is a Brit. She was born in Canada, but yeah, I mean, a lot of the Brits backing Raducanu. I know LTA been promoting Raducanu a lot. Obviously, a great prospect, British #1 now as well. Brits supporting Raducanu, maybe slightly more American crowd supporting Fernandez. But either way, both of these players will go on to have a great career. Hopefully. I mean, I'm not saying that, but it could be a one-time wonder. Great serve down the tee. Raducanu goes backhand to Leylah's backhand. Goes, great angle. Raducanu goes with the defensive ball, puts it really short. Doesn't even land beyond the net. Trying to do a Leylah Fernandez. Raducanu couldn't quite do it. Definitely on the defense side, Fernandez far superior. 15 love Fernandez now. wants to get... I'd say hold this to love. That's essentially what I'd say. Good serve down the tee. Is a let. Or it was out. Again, I have no volume on what I'm watching. So, could have been one of the two. Anyway, Leylah now goes serve down the tee. Raducanu goes forehand. Great through the depth, through the middle. Pushes it long. 15-all. On the return, that's a very good tactical return, because if you could put the ball through the centre fast and hard, one, it gives them no angle. Two, they can't like whip it somewhere because it's going so fast. They literally just have to kind of block it back, and the most they can do is just go hard back through the middle again. Great serve down the tee. Raducanu putting the backhand hard through the middle. Goes backhand angle. Oh, it's on the line. Leylah puts it long. Great shot there from Raducanu. And she leads this game 30-15. She's 2 points away. As the camera flips to Tim Henman looking slightly nervous watching this one. He's obviously will be supporting Raducanu, being a fellow Brit. Serve goes into the net from Fernandez. She can't... This is a secret big point. I was talking about this earlier for those of you that weren't here. Secret big points are the points before the big ones. Serve to Raducanu's backhand. Oh, what an angle! And Raducanu performs on the secret big point. And she's opened up 2 break point chances. Or set point chances here in the women's first set final. Wow. We obviously saw her have a lot of break point chances early on. Here we go. Serve to Raducanu's forehand. Goes through the middle. Fernandez goes down the line. Raducanu puts the backhand, goes long. I thought she got it there. She didn't. I thought she got a reaction, but the ball was called long. Obviously, in R Thrash, it's so loud, you can barely hear the automated line calls. Obviously, this year, there's no line umpires, so... Popped into mind Djokovic getting disqualified. That can't happen anymore. Anyway, set point number 2. Serve out wide. Raducanu blocks it through the centre. Oh, Fernandez is great defense. Fernandez gets a short forehand. Goes to Raducanu's backhand. Raducanu puts it high. It goes wide. Fernandez neutralises the 2 set points. Like in the break point chances earlier, and Raducanu shakes her head. Under the pressure, she couldn't perform. And Fernandez, as we know, is a fighter. Finds a way to get it done. I mean, Raducanu needed like 7 break points to find a way through. And Fernandez has saved 88% of break points so far. Clearly finding a way of getting it done on the big ones. Goes great serve down the tee. Fernandez goes forehand to Raducanu's backhand. Pushes it long. Applause for Raducanu. Another set point. Set point numero 3. Number 3. Don't know why I switched languages there, but I'm excited. Set point Raducanu, number 3. She needs to get herself in the zone here. Put it in a solid return. Can she do it? Serve down the tee. All into the net. She's seeing a second serve. If I were her, she goes down the tee. I'm going hard through the middle. If she's going wide, I'm going angle. Let's see what she does. Leylah goes through the middle. At the body. Arm pushes it into the net. Again, says another set point. And it shows you. I didn't even expect Fernandez to go through the middle. I expected her to go tee or wide, and it wasn't one of the two. Juice. Fernandez bouncing the ball. Doesn't want to give away another set point. Serve down the tee. Raducanu puts the ball through the middle. Fernandez goes forehand to Raducanu's backhand. Going straight through centre. Raducanu short forehand. Fernandez on the stretch. Fernandez goes forehand inside out. Raducanu on the stretch puts it wide. Another set point for Raducanu. How many does she need? We're like playing a game, like a practice match. How many set points does it take for Raducanu to win one? She's got to win one at some point. Douglas, Leylah's fitness coach, looking sweaty, looking nervous. I mean, this is stressful if you're a Fernandez fan. Set point down, set point down, set point down. Great serve out wide. Raducanu blocks the return in. Fernandez goes forehand down the line. Raducanu goes forehand to Leylah's backhand. Goes cross court. Fernandez goes backhand back through the middle. Raducanu down the line and she takes the set. 6-4 in this women's final. She raises her hands to get the crowd going. as Raducanu takes the first set of this women's final after pretty much 1 hour of play. 10 games, average of 6 minutes per game. Those are not short games. We've seen a lot of chances, a lot of nerves. And could it be that Raducanu takes this match? I said she was a front runner. Could we see a 6-4, 6-2 or a 6-4, 6-1? Because by the looks of things, she is, you know, dominating a lot of Leylah's service games. I feel like she's kind of been ahead. She had the chance to go 3-love up. Leylah just about got back into it. Then Leylah looked like she was ahead, but then, you know, Raducanu looked confident and solid. She was 30-love up in the game to go 5-3. Now it's, you know, had 4 set points, so it's really solid. Arsenal Manic says she asked to cheer for them. She asked the crowd to cheer for them. Well, obviously I can't hear the sound and, you know, the dynamic of the stadium, but that would be quite interesting. I would assume that quite a lot of the fans would be on Raducanu's side. I see quite a lot of British fans. I think who can't love, you know, 2 18-year-olds? You know, it's like, you know, I understand, you know, for some players on the tour who are slightly older who have, you know, questionable opinions and stuff, but both of them are young. Both of them are their, you know, first time in the final. I don't see why either of them would be getting like not cheered and not that it's not happening. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying in my opinion, I wouldn't see why. You know, of course, I think both of them should be respected. You know, but let's not count out Leylah's, you know, fighting spirit. She loves a 3-setter, and if she's gonna win this title, she's gonna have to do another one in 3 sets. But what worries me slightly on her behalf, I guess, is that she's played 4 back-to-back 3-set matches, and that's gonna take a toll on the body. I mean, of course, it's not 5-setters, but that's still quite a lot of tennis and still quite a lot of you know, stress your body's going to be under. And at some point, you know, Raducanu's has pretty easy matches in terms of scoreline and timing, so she's going to be much fitter and fresher. I think that's slightly what we've been seeing at the start of this this women's final. But all to play for now, all to play for in this second set. Raducanu to serve first, obviously, so she'll has that advantage once again. That obviously, you know, slightly mentally, that's one of the things that I think, you know, you can let me know in the live chat, but when I play matches, I like to be the person serving first. I mean, because if I go 1-love up and then I get a break, and then I'm 3-love up, and mentally 3-love to me would be more than kind of like a 2-1 to go, then you serve to go 3-1, you know, if that makes sense, because then, you know, you've kind of, you know, got that kind of buffer of games ahead, you know. Then if you have to get broken twice, essentially, to close that deficit, I guess you could say. But yeah, Raducanu just cooling off and just, I guess, trying to gather her thoughts, I guess you could say, because obviously 1 set, you know, ahead, you have to concentrate. I'll tell you a little story now about myself. For some of you, you know, the slightly more regular fans on the channel. If you're not, subscribe and become a regular fan. I played a British Tour tournament in the UK, so that's pretty much the highest level of tournaments that you can find in the UK. So obviously it goes ATP, then Challenger, then Futures, and then they have something called the UK Pro League in the UK, and then they have the British Tour. And on the British, I was in the final of a British Tour, pretty much. Obviously not the same level as what these girls are doing, but for me it was like a national men's event, I guess you could say. And I won the first set 6-2. I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, it's surely not this easy. You know, not like in a cocky way, but in a way like my opponent's now going to fight back, and you know, I don't want to, you know, be too complacent. And that's exactly what happened. My opponent came back and he played much better in the second set, and I lost it 6-3, and then I lost the tiebreak 12-10, and I had a match point as well. And I always remember that match, but I still a great week, and I was really pleased with it. But just a story. Hopefully this one doesn't go 12-10 in the 6-all tiebreak, otherwise we'll be here for a while. But as Raducanu starts off with an ace, that's a solid start from Raducanu. First ace of the match, I think, or second ace of the match, I guess. Forehand from Raducanu goes down the line. Fernandez goes back cross. Raducanu goes down the line with the backhand into the net. Not putting enough topspin on that one. Not quite enough. Gavin says, congrats on making it to the final. Thank you very much. I think I'm playing a few more of those events, and I think I might be doing some vlogs of those events. So subscribe to the channel, you'll be kind of notified when those come out, and then you can actually see how I play, I guess. Great serve down the tee from Raducanu, stuck in the backhand to forehand cross, going down the line with the backhand. Fernandez putting it quite short, but getting it through the middle and not giving Raducanu much angle. Raducanu goes backhand through the middle. Raducanu winning the point by Leylah missing in the net, and that's what I'm seeing here from a tactical perspective. Fernandez more defensive, but she's making Raducanu play more offensive. So she's being pushed to the side and pushed to the angles, and she's making then Raducanu play because she's going short and kind of or deep through the middle. And that's also a great strategy. It doesn't always have to be side to side in tennis, as Raducanu misses the first serve. I mean, sometimes you just have to make your opponent play and be the player that outlasts your opponent. Not try and be too good, I guess you could say. Anyway, Raducanu kick her out wide. Oh, Fernandez shanks the return, goes long. It's 40-15. Raducanu would like to go 3-love up here, like she would have perhaps done in the first set if she would have held. That's definitely on her mind. If you're 6-4 3-love up, then you're definitely in a controlling seat for the set. But we're still far away from that. Anyway, Raducanu goes out wide with the serve to Fernandez's backhand, goes short, goes back behind. That's a solid game. And what I noticed even on that last point, was that Raducanu was standing slightly further out on the deuce side. And when you do that, you open up slightly more of an angle with the slice. And obviously, if your opponent stands slightly further that way, you can go down the tee, and that leaves a bit more space that way. But if she is looking to go to Leylah's backhand, that's a great opportunity to draw her out even further on the court. Anyway, 1-love now to Raducanu. Fernandez now under the pressure. She's a set down, and she needs to hold serve here. She wants an easy service game, an easy service hold, like a nice solid 30 game to love, game to 15, whatever it is. That's what she wants. Great serve down the tee. Raducanu makes a return. Fernandez misses the backhand wide. Just looked like she was startled there. It looked like she maybe heard something, heard a person call in the crowd, an out call perhaps. But definitely doesn't want to be missing any of those, because Raducanu looks on it. She looks tunnel vision focused, like she has in every other match. This is how every other match has gone. So Leylah needs to find a way in. And Raducanu's not giving her that way in, I guess you could say. 15-love Raducanu. Second serve goes to Raducanu's forehand to let. Surprising that Leylah's going to Raducanu's forehand, because, Raducanu's forehand's been definitely the strongest shot so far. Goes, double fault. Uh-oh. 30-love down. This is a secret big point. Leylah needs this one to fight and to consolidate her footing in this game. I said that earlier in the first set. If you go 2-love down, kind of lose your footing slightly. You have to kind of fight your way back even harder. Goes great serve down the middle. Raducanu makes a return. Raducanu puts the ball short. Leylah misses in the net. And Raducanu with 3 break points. I'm not going to get too excited. Because Raducanu was up 40-love. This is exactly a carbon copy of the first set. I'm not getting too excited. Well, I'm not getting too, positive for Raducanu. Great serve down the tee. Leylah puts the forehand great into depth into Raducanu's backhand, goes down the line. Leylah opens the space. Great angle. Raducanu whacks it up really, really high. Goes long. Fernandez saves one. Can she save 3? Can you imagine? She saves 3 again. I'm personally slightly rooting more on the side of Raducanu, being British, having played with her, at a younger age, having seen her play in tournaments. I really think it'd be unbelievable if she won, but I'm obviously have grown. Leylah Fernandez has grown on me, I guess you could say. Fernandez backhand down the line, great shot. Grown on me in terms of that. I really love her game style. I love her tenacity. I love the way that she fights in the matches, and she's definitely going to be someone that I would like to watch in the future, and like to see more matches, of her. But right now, Raducanu with a 3rd break point, and another chance for Fernandez to save another break point. Serve out wide. Oh, she does! What a serve! And she saves another 3 break points. Is it going to be literally the same as the first set? Raducanu did break in the end, but it's 85% of break points saved for Fernandez, and she's been broken what, twice. You know, so that's a crazy record. Anyway, serve down the tee. Raducanu shanks it. 2 shanks in a row now for Raducanu, and Fernandez now a chance to go and equalise in this first set. Raducanu will be feeling like she had a missed opportunity there. It's a tough, it's always a bitter pill to swallow. 40 love. You feel like it's so close, it's so easy. First point slips away, you're like, ah, it's okay. 40-30, you're like, ooh. Juice, you're like, oh, I missed it. And Raducanu puts the ball in the net. And Fernandez equalises, and the whole box is trying to get her in the zone, hype her up. Fernandez choosing to stay slightly cooler, I guess you could say. And we've hit 1,000 people watching the stream right now. Thank you to everyone tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this absolute blockbuster of a women's final. If you haven't already, drop a like on the stream if you're enjoying it. And also subscribe for many more streams to come in the future. I really enjoyed doing them, and hopefully you do too and enjoy the commentary. Anyway, back to the action. Raducanu goes big serve out wide, tries to go back behind, but Leylah's there with a slice, neutralising the point. Raducanu now, short forehand goes down the line. Leylah goes forehand, great angle. Raducanu with a slice through the middle, goes bang on the line. Raducanu goes forehand cross, Leylah goes backhand cross. Long rally this one's going to be. Leylah with a slice goes into the net. First sign of fatigue there from Fernandez. Not as quick as you would expect her to be to that one. She kind of just swung at it and went bottom of the net. So either that's nerves or fatigue or whatever it is. No more of it. If she wants to win this. Raducanu. Big serve down the tee. Leylah putting it through the centre. Goes forehand to Leylah's forehand. Goes cross. Raducanu goes backhand down the line into the net. Raducanu, from what I have seen, has been slightly more solid on her service games, giving away less break point opportunities. But when Leylah gets a break point, she's won more of them. Raducanu giving away a lot of the points on well, not giving away. I think Fernandez has done a great job of defending her serve. But Raducanu, great serve out wide. Leylah, great angle there. Puts it, good defense from Raducanu. Goes backhand through the middle. Leylah goes back through the middle. Raducanu puts the backhand into the net. And Fernandez now goes up 30-15. Could we see a break from 40 love, a game 40 love down? Imagine. That would be crazy. 10:30 here in the UK. New York, they're 5 hours behind, so it will be 5:30. Raducanu in the point now. Goes backhand down the line. Doesn't want to give away another one into the net. Fernandez goes backhand down the line. Gets a net cord. It's really short. Raducanu scrambling. Doesn't get there. Bit of luck at the right time from Fernandez. And she's now got 2 break points. This is back and forward the whole time. Fascinating stuff to watch. I mean, you don't usually see this in like a final. Usually it's slightly more one-sided, but literally every game is break points here, break points there, saving break points, neutralizing break points, set points, throwing everything into the mix, game points, everything. And let's see if Raducanu now has what it takes to defend these break points. See if she has the nerve. Is she going to go with the 1-2 punch? She goes, oh, straight down to the tee. Goes forehand down the line. 1-2 punch. Oh, Raducanu, that's solid. A different type of 1-2 punch. Usually we see the slice out wide. Forehand to the open space. This time, big serve down the tee. Forehand down the line. Pretty similar. But this one got the job done. And just slightly getting in Fernandez's head of what, she is usually going to do. 40-30 now. Can she save another break point? Obviously, Leylah saving 3 break points. Can she save 2? Let's find out. Serve all goes long. Going quite big on that serve. 106, 107 miles an hour. Well, it says 106. I don't know why I said 107. Goes for kicker. Leylah with the forehand. Goes into the net. I guess she can. I guess she can save the break points. But I think that was more of Leylah missing. And the other break point chances for Raducanu were more Fernandez winning the points. So, Raducanu now needs to capitalise and take this game while, she's got a bit of momentum. Big serve down the tee. Leylah can't quite get there. Super solid. Super solid. Both juice points have now been down the tee. It's a really viable serve for her. A great option to go to the forehand instead of the backhand, you know, where Leylah's slightly more going to, well, she's going to be expecting, isn't she? Raducanu. Serve down the tee, goes long. There's a lot of net cords in this match. I don't know what's going on. Something fishy going on here. A lot of net cords. Here we go, second serve. Please don't double fault. Have I jinxed it? Goes into the box. Thank God. Goes forehand down the line. Raducanu now goes forehand down the line. Oh, into the net. Ah! That's tight. Fernandez throwing the little fist pump. She hasn't whipped out the big one. She's just got the little pump. She's looking at her box. She's like, yeah, I've got this. I've got this. Juice. Just needs to string 2 good points together. She's up a break in this set. But that doesn't mean anything. We saw Raducanu was up a break early. Can always fight back. She goes again for the big T. 107 miles an hour this time. That's where the 107 mile. I was looking into the future. Anyway, juice. Serve down the tee. Raducanu slightly scrambling to get Leylah's return. Goes forehand inside out from Fernandez. Sets up another break point. Another great break point. Oh. Jaw-dropping stuff. I mean, back and forwards, back and forwards. Could not be closer. These games are just lasting so long. We've only been playing, what, 12 games? This is the 13th game, and they've been playing for 75 minutes. Great serve down the tee to Leylah's backhand. Oh, Leylah puts it bang on the line. Raducanu down the line with the backhand into the net. Oh! And Fernandez gets the break. Her whole box is on their feet. Except her mum, who maybe knows, stay calm. Don't want to let all of the emotion out now. Because there's still a long way to go. Especially for Fernandez, you know. You've got to win this set. And then win another one. So for her, it's back to kind of the beginning and just has to win a straight set match pretty much. Whereas Raducanu knows only has to win one, but still doesn't want to let it slip away from her. Yeah, that's the chance. Mark says, why is she looking at her box? She should be playing tennis. I think more at that point, it's more kind of reassurance from the box. Just kind of that they're giving you, they're your biggest fans, I guess you could say. They're the ones that are supporting you. They're the ones with you the whole time behind the scenes. So they're the ones you really look to. You know, if they're being positive, you're going to feel positive. If kind of telling them, I've got this. You know, you're doing it for them, but you're obviously doing it for yourself. And you know, when you have sometimes when I have my parents come to watch me, I'm kind of like, yeah, come on, to just show them that kind of energy. And but obviously when she's playing the match, she's not looking at them. When she's playing the point, can you imagine? Hits a forehand, she's like, hey, look at that one, look at that forehand. That would be crazy. Anyway, let me know in the chat. Live chat down below if you're, I don't know, if you're on desktop or whatever. There'll be a live chat. Tell me in the live chat, do you want Raducanu or do you want Leylah Fernandez? Both the teen sensations playing, one in their first and one in their second US Open ever. So that says it all, I guess. Arthur Ashe Stadium absolutely packed. A few free seats at the top rows, but that's to be expected. You're not going to fill out a stadium with thousands and thousands of seats. Every seat's going to be full. Probably best during COVID times anyway. Leylah down the line with the forehand slightly. Wow, that was slightly ropey. I think what we've seen is when Leylah tries to be aggressive, she begins to struggle. Whereas when Emma begins to be aggressive, she just begins to do well. It's like kind of, they need to stick to what they kind of do well, which is what I've seen. And Leylah needs to just make the ball. So, Isabella says, I'm torn. Half Canadian, half British. Fernandez is Canadian. Raducanu is British, but born in Canada. It's a tough one. Support who's winning, I guess. A great serve to Raducanu. Raducanu's forehand puts a winner down the line. Absolutely stomps on that return. Really, really hits that one. That's dangerous. That's danger zone for Raducanu. Absolute danger zone. Dennis, you're in a tough position. I'd support. Well, I wouldn't know what to do. Support who you think's gonna win. That's what I would say. Anyway, 30-15 now for Raducanu in this game. Could she find a break back? We saw it just now. Fernandez making another unforced error. So slightly shaky, I guess you could say. Maybe she wants it too much. She's trying to go for too much. As she misses one into the net. She's trying to be too assertive in this match. Which is a good thing, to be assertive. But if your game style isn't assertive, then you can't try and switch it up. It's difficult. Raducanu, great return with the backhand. Leylah pushing her deep. Leylah with the backhand goes back cross court. Oh, it's too good. It's a good opportunity for her to be assertive right there. When she gets a kind of slightly shorter ball, it's high percentage, high margins, and she puts the ball into the court. And her box is literally standing up every point. That's got to be a workout in itself. Like 2 hours, up, down, yeah, up, down. Like, jeez, her fitness coach is going to be getting a good workout and probably has a heart rate monitor on. I'd love to see those stats. Anyway, good serve down the tee from Fernandez. Fernandez goes down for the forehand now. Raducanu on the stretch puts it up high. Is it going to go in? Oh, it lands a bang on the line. Fernandez puts it up. Raducanu with the backhand short angle. Is it in? It's in! Wow, no call out made. That's a great angle from Raducanu as she sets up a break point. We've seen Raducanu struggle. Really struggle with break points. Can she use this opportunity? It almost feels like a lost hope, I guess you could say. That's kind of how I feel. Slightly. She's had like 20 breakpoint chances and only converted like 1 or 2 of them. Can she use this one? Serve out wide from Fernandez is a let's. Oh no, it's out. Called out. Here we go. 40-30. Second serve. Goes to Raducanu's backhand and goes great angle cross. And Raducanu breaks back. I said I lost hope. Haven't lost hope anymore. It's 2-2 in this final. Thank you, Tina, for subscribing. Some of the if you subscribe new, thank you to everyone, first of all, that has subscribed and liked the video or liked the live stream. I really appreciate anyone that helps, support the channel, helps me do more live streams in the future. Not all of them do come up. I'm not sure why actually that is. But I'll try and read anyone that I see that comes up here on the screen. But yeah, I'd like it if everyone came up, but I don't think it does. Anyway, Raducanu puts the first serve long. Main thing is the tennis, not the streaming. That comes second. Well, the streaming has to come first, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Serve to Leylah's forehand goes inside out. Raducanu goes through the middle. Oh, it's through the middle of the court again. It's a mid-court battle. You barely ever see this, actually. Oh, Raducanu puts a weak backhand into the net. Maybe struggling slightly because Leylah's putting the good depth and the good spin through the middle. She's like, what do I do? Where am I supposed to hit to? Do I go backhand cross to the forehand or backhand line to her backhand? Both of which are strong shots. It's a difficult situation to be in. 15 love Fernandez. Goes serve down the tee. Fernandez just about gets it. Raducanu goes forehand down the line. Really aggressive. Fernandez pops it up. Goes out. Great play from Raducanu. 15-all. Wants to consolidate this hold here. Or the break back, I guess. She's always found a way. That's the thing. With this match, anything can happen. If someone's 5-2 up, I'm expecting it to go 6-all and someone winning a tie break. Like, I'm not ruling anything out here. Raducanu goes great serve out wide, standing slightly wider again. Gets a short ball, goes down the line. Fernandez is there, puts it in the net. That's a tactical astuteness from her. She stands slightly further out on the juice side, goes angle with the slice, and goes back down the line. That's kind of what I was saying earlier. Really, really clever play from Raducanu. It's difficult because if Fernandez decides to try and cover that, Raducanu just goes down the tee. 30-15 now. Raducanu wants an easy hold. Goes straight serve down the tee. Fernandez just gets it through the middle. Goes back in the rally situation now. Raducanu to Fernandez's forehand. Goes down the line. Raducanu on the stretch. Doesn't get there. Huge from Fernandez. She may be 5'6", but she's got a monster forehand. Really gutsy play as well with that forehand down the line. Raducanu's on the backhand. She just whips it over the highest part of the net. And Raducanu just out of position just enough for to put the ball into the court. 30-all, standing slightly wider again. She does go out wide again. And Fernandez puts it down the line. I keep saying it. Stands slightly wider. Goes out wide. It's the same thing over and over again. But Fernandez doesn't want to, get baited into then, missing or getting ace down the tee. In my opinion, she should. I mean, she's missed like 2 or 3 now on the wide balls. Serve down the tee from Raducanu, and she's held. Her coach puts up the fist pump, the big fist pump, not just the little Leylah Fernandez one we saw earlier. The big fist pump. There we go. Things are cooking now. Exactly. That's what we love to see. Do you guys want Djokovic or Medvedev to win tomorrow? I'd like Djokovic to win. I think Djokovic deserves the calendar slam, and I'd love to see him make history with that. He's had such a great season. I think he will win, personally. But I think it might be quite close. I think Medvedev's a strong contender, having lost in the 2019 final as well, obviously. I'm not sure whether we will be streaming that one. It is a tough one because I'm playing an event on Monday, and obviously the match starts at 9 o'clock, and if it's like a 4-hour match or 5-hour match, then I'd obviously be streaming until like 3 o'clock in the morning, which is not ideal the day of a tournament. But obviously, the shortest I would assume it would be is about 3 hours, which would put it to finish 9, 10, 11, 12, midnight. Still, too late on a tournament day. I'd have to leave at about 7, so we'll try and find a way around it. I guess maybe Lucian could fill in for me. I do the first hour or something. We have to see. I'm not making any promises. Don't hold me to anything I've said. But the main thing is we're here now for this women's final, and it's really heating up. We're getting to the business end of this set right now, as Fernandez steps up to serve at 2-3 in this second set. This would be a great chance for Raducanu to be able to break it. I think that would maybe seal the deal, I guess you could say. But let's see what's going to happen. Who knows? Serve goes to Raducanu's forehand, goes through the middle. Fernandez, great shot. Raducanu can't get there. Leylah Fernandez, monster forehand once again to Raducanu's backhand. Pinpoint precision. Pinpoint accuracy. Lefty really whipping it onto the backhand side. 15 love Fernandez. Raducanu has got very strong stature. That's why she can hit the ball so hard. I think as well, it's always different when you see people in person to when you see them on camera. I'd quite like to play a match against one of these two. Serve down the tee from Raducanu. Fernandez gets it back by Raducanu. Oh, Raducanu goes backhand down the line. Absolute monster. Huge backhand down the line. Just lasers it, steps in, crunches the ball down the line. I'd love to see a speed gun on. Oh, there we go. Winner speed 83 miles an hour. It's like, that's fast. It's faster than pretty much most of their second serves. Serve down the tee from Fernandez. Just about gets it. Raducanu down the line with the forehand. Oh! Bring out the air horn for 2 massive down the line winners in a row. And she can make it 3. She's setting herself up for 2 break points. Wow. Here we go. 30-15 Raducanu. Serve goes to Raducanu's backhand, just about gets it in. Fernandez pulls it wide. Oh, Raducanu has 2 break points. We've seen so many chances from Raducanu. I said she took the 1 last time. She needs to make 1 of 2 here to go up 4-2 in the second set. She could be running away with it. She then has to consolidate. But this is where it counts. This is where Fernandez really has to show her grit, her determination, everything she's got. It's a second serve as well. Sitting up in my seat. This is really where Fernandez needs to dig deep. Great serve. Raducanu misses the return. 1 more to save. And she looks calm and collected. Ice in the veins. That's what I think to myself. So I think I saw Federer on a 72 questions or something with Vogue said like fire in the belly, ice in the veins. That's what Leylah Fernandez needs right now. Ice in the veins for this calm and key moment. Great serve down the tee. Raducanu just about gets it back. Short forehand goes straight to Raducanu. Raducanu with the pass. 4-2 Raducanu. They had this weird camera angle on Prime Video. I couldn't actually see what was happening because Raducanu approached the net And then it switched the camera angle and she had done the pass. Let me have a replay of that point. Raducanu on the stretch after the return. Leylah with a short forehand. Should have put it away. Went to Raducanu's forehand. Why is she doing that? And Raducanu's there and says, thank you very much. I'll have my break. And passes her. She's up a set and a break. In the women's final to win the US Open. Crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. Now's the biggest test. Can she hold? Great serve out wide. It's an ace. It's just getting better and better for Raducanu. I could not possibly imagine a situation here better for her. 20 winners. She's going out and taking this game. Nothing that Fernandez can do. She's played a great game as well. Both tactically very, very astute, but Raducanu just hitting her off the court at the moment. Great serve down the tee. Making the ball in the court from Fernandez. Fernandez goes angle cross. Oh, great angle. Raducanu somehow gets there. Fernandez goes back behind. She's still got it. She's learned from her mistake. She gets a short forehand. Goes to Raducanu's backhand this time. That's exactly what I would tell her to do. Even though I'm not a tennis coach or anything, but just from watching, she wins all the points when she goes to Raducanu's backhand. That's the Felix recommendation, I guess you could say. Raducanu, again, pretty much standing in between the inside tram line and the service line. She's going out wide again, and then goes with the 1-2 punch, but didn't quite do enough of the backhand there. Fernandez is there, goes angle cross, misses it wide. I think Raducanu's locked down the juice point. She wins every single juice point on serve now. She goes serve out wide or serve down the tee. She's pretty much got that on lock. Now it's just the ad points that she has to win. But she wins every juice point. She's going to win the ad points, essentially, at some point, you know. Serve from Raducanu goes out wide. Fernandez goes down the line. Raducanu goes angle cross. Fernandez on the stretch. Puts it into the net. 40 love. 6-4, 4-2, 40 love. If someone said to her, Emma, do you want this opportunity to go 6-2, 4-2, 40 love up? She's going to be biting your hand off. Not literally, but she's going to be, you know, really, really want. Sorry, 40-15. She's going to really want that opportunity. Either way right now. 40-15. Raducanu now on serve to hold and be one game away from the championship. We've seen what pressure does. So we're not counting Fernandez out. We're not counting Fernandez out again because she's a fighter. I know some people are saying it's inevitable. But I'm keeping the hopes up for Fernandez because she's a fighter and she's not going to give up. And that's what makes a champion. Not giving up and always fighting to the last point. Not that, you know, Raducanu, I think, has deserved it so far this match. Great server. And again, and she holds. She's one game away from winning the US Open. This is just a stunning performance again. And when we saw all of her previous scores, she has not dropped more than 7 games in a match. For a qualifier to go through, win every single match in straight sets, not drop more than 7 games in any match or a set, is ridiculous. She hasn't dropped a set. She's not got even closer than 6-4. Like, what is this? It's crazy. I mean, I don't see anyone beating her if she plays at this level for the like the rest of the year, I guess, or whatever. I mean, you got to remember as well at Wimbledon. At Wimbledon, she didn't even play her match. She didn't lose. She didn't turn up on court against Tomljanovic in the 4th round. She could have won that one, obviously. Oh, there was a lot more pressure at Wimbledon as a British player. But now Fernandez is on the ropes. On the ropes. One more game to go. Emma's already the British #1. She's already got that in the belt. Let's have a look what number she would go to on the rankings. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where would Emma Raducanu be? She can win one more game in this match. One more game. Emma Raducanu would be number 23 in the world. 23 if she wins this match. Wow. Big step up. Anyway, still not over. 6-4, 5-2. Let's see what happens now. Can Leylah Fernandez pull it out of the bag? Thank you for subscribing. Great serve down the tee. Raducanu to Leylah's backhand. Raducanu goes backhand to Leylah's forehand. Oh, pushes it long. Wayne, thank you for subscribing as she's 3 points away. And if it was me, I'd just be thinking white room, blank slate, black screen or whatever. Have a totally blank slate and just play every point. That's exactly what I would be thinking. Serve out wide from Fernandez into the net. Leylah needs these points. Here we go. Thank you, Audie, for subscribing. Raducanu puts the ball in. Fernandez goes backhand cross. Raducanu goes backhand, forehand cross. Great defense. Raducanu goes backhand down the line. Leylah goes cross. Raducanu goes bang onto the line. It's called out. Thank you, Mark Sim, for subscribing. Thank you, everyone, subscribing during the stream. Really appreciated the support. It's obviously the only US Open stream we've done because of timings, because of tournaments, XYZ. But there'll be a lot more streams to come in the future. And also a lot more videos on the channel about my and my brother's tennis journeys as I progress onto the professional tour. So if you want to know more about that, learn more about me, then, you know, consider subscribing. But right now it's about Emma Raducanu. She misses the return. Looks slightly frustrated. She wants to get it done as soon as possible. She doesn't want to, you know, make it close. And nobody does. But it's 30-15 now to Fernandez. I think Fernandez deserves a close one. But I think Raducanu deserves to win. I think maybe it's a 6-3. Make her serve it out at least. Raducanu goes backhand cross. Leylah goes down the line. Raducanu goes back through the middle. Leylah goes inside out. Raducanu gets there, puts it up high. Now she's going, ooh, lets it bounce. Raducanu goes forehand down the line, drive volley from below the net. Goes with the smash. Ooh, puts it straight to Leylah. Goes down the line into the net. Solid play from Raducanu. She's smiling. She knows she got away with that one. She played a drive volley from below the net, dipped it up and over to Leylah's forehand. Just kind of really tightly got the smash in. Thank you, A. Willis, for subscribing. And it's 30-all now. Thank you, Lorraine, for all the subscribers coming in now. Why is it happening now in the key moment of the match? Thank you, Callum, for subscribing. I'm going to focus on the tennis now because it's the most important. Anyway, serve down the tee. Goes long. Thank you, obviously, to everyone that's subscribing. I don't want to miss you out, but you know, a lot of other people in the stream and all here for the tennis, so full attention to that for the moment. Great serve out wide from Leylah. Raducanu through the middle. Leylah gets a net cord, goes over on her side. It looked like it went over onto Raducanu's side, but Raducanu with a championship point. Championship point for Emma Raducanu right now to win the Women's US Open. That sounds crazy. Women's US Open. What will her reaction be? Let's have a look. Serve down the tee. Raducanu gets there. Fernandez puts the ball across. Raducanu goes backhand down the line. Misses it wide. Fernandez saves it. Fernandez saves it. Juice. She's prolonging the inevitable, hopefully. As a British player, having played with Emma Raducanu myself at a younger age. Big moment right here. Serve goes out wide into the net. Juice. Second serve. Can we see another monster forehand? Goes to Emma's backhand, goes through the middle. Leylah goes forehand cross. Raducanu goes backhand cross. Leylah goes down the line. Raducanu goes back forehand down the line. Leylah goes cross. Raducanu goes into the net. Fernandez isn't going anywhere anytime soon. She's going to make Raducanu serve it out. And when people serve out for a championship, anything can happen. Literally anything. You never know. You know, you serve out for a regional tournament, you're a bit nervous. Let alone a Grand Slam. Serve out wide, Raducanu, great return. Leylah all misses the forehand. This game's not over yet though, it's juice. We're going to see another monster game. 9, 10, 11 minutes, perhaps. There's only been one championship point so far. But could we see another one? Martin. Raducanu is 2 points away from winning. Fernandez, great serve to Raducanu. Raducanu makes a return. Raducanu with the forehand goes down the line. Leylah on the stretch, misses it. Championship point number 2 for Raducanu. And she's once again 1 point away from number 23 in the world. She's already British #1. And her first US Open Grand Slam, sounds crazy, in her first try as a qualifier. That's crazy. Serve goes down the tee. Raducanu makes the ball through the middle. Raducanu goes to the forehand. Oh, it's nerves. Pushes it into the net. It's Juice. She's so nervous. So nervous. Juice #3 now. She's had 2 match points. I mean, if she loses this match now, she'll know. Had 2 match points. And she's missed both times on those match points. So it hasn't been that Leylah's outplayed her. That's going to stick in your head. If it gets a bit closer, she's going to always be thinking, oh, had those chances. Serve from Fernandez goes into the net. Another second serve. Fernandez has been 60% first serve. Not too bad. She pulled it back. But I still would like to be making more first serves in the key moments. Anyway, second serve. Raducanu goes backhand through the middle. Raducanu goes forehand to Fernandez's backhand. Raducanu goes down the line with the forehand. Checks out pretty much, but makes it. Raducanu goes inside out. Fernandez goes down the line with the forehand. Oh, it's a beautiful shot from Fernandez. Pinpoint accuracy. Boom, in the corner. Raducanu looked like she had that point with a forehand down the line. Like pinpoint perfect. Goes inside out, but Fernandez goes all or nothing on the down the line. And it's an all or nothing that pays off. And her boxer's telling her to smile a bit more. It's a reason to play. She'd be enjoying herself. Great return from Raducanu. Goes forehand to Leylah's backhand. Goes cross. Raducanu goes back cross. Leylah goes down the line. Raducanu's on the stretch. Goes backhand cross. Leylah goes back cross. Raducanu goes down the line. Misses. And it's 5-3. And Fernandez is smiling. She just needs to enjoy herself. And once you enjoy yourself, you play your best tennis. When you go to a tournament and you just want to enjoy yourself, you're enjoying your tennis, you're happy, you know what you're doing, you're going to work hard, that's when you play your best tennis. Because tennis is such a mental sport. And that's what she has to think now. I've made it all the way to the final. I'm so happy with what I've achieved. I'm just going to enjoy these next few games. And if I lose, I lose. But I'm going to fight for every point. That will be my mindset going into this match, this game. As Raducanu is 6-4, 5-3 up, serving for the championship after 1 hour and 40 minutes. And the whole stadium is erupting. They can't even start the match. Or continue the match. Here we go. Going to serve now at 5-3. Raducanu. Standing, again, quite far wide. I'm pretty sure she's going to go angle, like she usually does. Is she? Oh. 2 times she throws the ball up and doesn't hit it. She is nervous. She is nervous. Like, really nervous. Serve goes out wide. Oh, bang on the line. No nerves right there. Leylah, great return. Goes forehand through the middle. Leylah goes to Raducanu's backhand, who goes cross. Leylah goes back down the line. Oh, win it from Fernandez. No way she comes back here. She's smiling. She knows. She's going to find a way in. She's got to find a way in. Find a way back. If she breaks here, then that's really putting Raducanu on the pressure. But then Raducanu has to break like she did in the first set. 15-love Fernandez now. No way. Raducanu, big serve down the tee. Fernandez puts the backhand deep. Raducanu goes backhand cross. Raducanu goes backhand cross again. Fernandez goes down the line. All gets a net cord. Raducanu goes through the centre. Raducanu wins the point. And Fernandez misses inside out. 15-all. Bit of luck. That's all you need. A bit of luck in the point. I mean, that's crazy how tennis. She's 3 points away from getting broken. And kind of maybe evening out the set. 3 points away from winning the whole championship. Anyway, Raducanu goes big serve out wide again. Into the open space. She does. 1-2 punch. The classic Raducanu 1-2 punch in this match. Big serve out wide, forehand down the line every time. Like clockwork. And she's 2 points away now on serve. This is a secret big point. Secret big point right here. She can win this point, and then she's in for a big... Oh, great serve down the tee. Couldn't have been better. Backhand down the line. Leylah goes for the pass. Oh, great volley from Raducanu. Oh, can't quite win the point. Fernandez is staying in at 30-all. She's fighting. Little smile. Raducanu had the short backhand. Leylah goes there with the backhand, makes her play a very, very low volley, and sets up the chance to try and pass Raducanu. It's 30-all. Secret big point. What's going to happen? Serve out wide again. Leylah goes back there. She goes back behind. Not good enough though. Leylah gets a great angle. Raducanu goes back behind. Leylah, checks out down the line. Raducanu gets there, goes for a slide. Raducanu is on the stretch, plays a really, really high ball. He's going to let it bounce. Goes long. What a point. Air horn for that one. What a point from Fernandez. Checking out once or twice down the line. When I say checking out, I mean literally just going for broke down the line. Because why not? And Raducanu kind of slipped and fell a bit in that point. And she's bleeding from her shin, which is not good. There's a little bit of a graze there on her leg. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing now. She's going to make a play on. She's kind of slipped and was sliding for a forehand. Kind of got up again, obviously, pretty quickly. In the moment, you have so much. Obviously, so much adrenaline, you know. So she's getting the physio on now. Physio's gonna come have a look, and Fernandez is laughing. She got a break point. She's having a injury timeout. What's going on? Really drawing out this match. Yeah, she's just sliding, and she's, grazed her foot. I mean, what a great get! What a great get from Raducanu to get it, but she's literally sliding on the hardcore. That's painful to watch. Really painful. I wonder how long she gets. Like, what are the rules? If you start bleeding in the middle of the point, how do you get like a minute, 2 minutes until you're done? It's not really a strategy, I don't think, but she's gonna come back now after a break and serve at break point down. Can you imagine if that was championship point now? Serving at championship point. Fernandez doing some shadow swings, staying warm. I mean, I've never seen. They're saying never seen match before stop because of blood at this point. Literally in the middle of the game, and just getting. I think I was probably just plaster on it or disinfectant. What I do is I carry like a bag when I play my matches, like a medical bag. Maybe sounds ridiculous now, but well, I like to do it because sometimes the facilities that I'm playing at don't have the stuff, but I use the antiseptic spray and then I'll do a spray plaster over the wound, and that usually does the trick. And Leylah's having a discussion with the supervisor. Not sure what she's saying. Probably saying that she shouldn't be allowed a medical timeout in the middle of the game. And I think the medical timeout saying it's unfortunate for both players. And I don't think either of them wanted to stop. I mean, why would Raducanu want to stop? She's break point down. She doesn't want to go back and serve, And Leylah looks slightly frustrated. I mean, it's slightly longer than I was anticipating. It's still in the injury timeout. Holding looks like some sort of, like a thing on the, it looks like some sort of, gauze something on the wound. But I guess there's nothing either of them can do. Timeout for Raducanu was stretching for a slice and dragged her back knee along the ground, and it was a graze basically in Anna's blood, and they've had to stop because she's bleeding. Thank you, Sean Willis, for subscribing. I'd love to hear what Fernandez is saying. She's going to sit down pretty much. I don't actually have any sound on my iPad, which is not ideal for a final in a moment like this, where I actually should benefit from the sound. But I'm kind of looking and seeing what's happening and trying to describe it to you guys. I mean, yeah, they've got a 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the medical timeout, which should be plenty of time. 1 minute to go. Does Raducanu find a way of closing it out? She's had 2 match points. Or does Fernandez break now, bring the energy, and then which she's serving to stay in the match. Could be in for a long, long match here. Leylah breaks, finds a way back, and 7-6 wins the set. At least another hour for this set maybe alone. If it goes 7-6, it's what? Another 3 or 4 games, tie break, then a full third. Imagine that goes 7-6, then maybe 2 hours. 2 hours to go, can you imagine? That's crazy tennis. You're between 1 point, maybe 30 seconds, and 2 hours. Crazy. Just do it in 30 seconds, that's what I would say. Just get it done quickly, so you can go and enjoy yourself. Oh, that's tennis. Anyway, Raducanu now. Takes one ball toss. Needs another one. Still a key moment now. Goes big serve down the tee. Leylah makes the backhand. Oh, gets a net cord. Fernandez goes backhand, forehand cross. Raducanu goes backhand down the line. Raducanu now goes forehand to Leylah's forehand, goes cross. Pulls it deep. It's juice. Fernandez is going to be frustrated. It's going to get in her head that they had a break now. And that she couldn't carry on that momentum, you know. But it's juice. A secret big point. A secret huge point right now. Emma Raducanu, we know where she's going. She's going out wide. Which she does. Oh, but she makes it into the net. Maybe on that moment, I would have gone T. Switch it up. Go for it. Why not? You know, you got championship to lose, but it doesn't matter. Big serve out wide again. Goes to the space. She makes it. Leylah's running. Whacks it as high as she possibly can. Raducanu's now got a really tough forehand. Puts it in. Raducanu now forehand to Leylah's backhand. Leylah's on the run again, making Leylah run. Goes, oh, great angle. Leylah goes backhand cross. Great angle. Raducanu down the line. Misses it long. Ultimate defense from Fernandez. Ultimate defense right there. That's the best piece of defense I've seen. Raducanu with the 1-2 play. Out wide. Down the line. She just hits the ball as high as she possibly can. You can't do that on an indoor court. Only on Arthur Ashe, where they've got about 200 meters of space above them. Fernandez now with another break point. What can Raducanu respond with? Great serve down the tee. Raducanu now with the forehand down the line. Fernandez on the stretch. Raducanu short forehand. Goes straight to Fernandez with a smash. Oh, what a smash. Just about gets the ball over the net. It is juice. Oh my goodness. Slightly lucky there that Fernandez could have done so much more with that ball. But Raducanu with a short forehand choosing to go straight to her. And just about hitting the top of her frame. That's why you pay for the whole racket. So you can hit the flipping frame at the top. Juice. Raducanu. Down the tee like I said. She's listening. Goes backhand down the line. Fernandez goes, whacks it up high again. Goes long. She's got a championship point on serve, ladies and gentlemen. A championship point on serve. That's determination. Saves the 2 break points. And now it's a championship point on serve this time. I know where she's going. She's going big, sliced tea, every day of the week. That's exactly what I would do. But it's not me there right now. So we have to see what she would do. She goes out wide and she's done it! Emma Raducanu wins the US Open Women's. What a match and a dominant performance. 6-4, 6. Pretty much like any of her other matches that she's played. I literally can't believe it. She's gone from a qualifier to winning the entire match. Championship, sorry. And what a performance. She can't believe it. I can't believe it. Wow. And I'm sure as an 18-year-old champion, there's not much more to be said than wow. That pretty much describes it. I mean, I can't imagine what's going through her head right now. Because obviously she's the same age as me. It's like me winning the US Open. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I mean, just watching her even come off the court now, I mean, she thoroughly, thoroughly deserves it. An absolutely dominant performance the entire tournament. The entire tournament, she pretty much just destroyed everybody. 6-2, 6-3, 6-1, 6-2. The closest match was 6-2. This is the closest match. This is the closest match she's played in the tournament. A 1 hour and 52, 6-4, 6-3. And well done to Leylah Fernandez for an unbelievable tournament. That can't be forgotten. She has to be so proud of herself as a what, a 19-year-old, just turned 19 during the event, that she's found a way to make it all the way to the final, beat 4 amazing champions. And obviously she will now be frustrated. She'll be upset that, you know, they had the medical timeout, and that's just tennis. But it's a really, really tough sport, and the change in momentums, all of those things are massive factors in a sport. And at the end of the day, you got to win the big points, and that's what Raducanu was able to do, and finished it with the ace. Didn't play it safe, found a way of getting it done. And if all us British fans, an unbelievable, I guess, fairy tale story that she'll tell everyone. She's literally walking through the entire Arthur Ashe Stadium right now, and all the fans, obviously everyone there, and she goes and hugs her coach and talks to is congratulated by her entire team. And obviously Fernandez, there will be tears, there will be, it's really frustrating when you lose in a final. And obviously there were so many opportunities and so many tight calls and so many tight matches, tight games. But at the end of the day, she didn't have any key moments. There weren't any key moments to take the set point, match point. It was pretty straightforward, one break either way. And from her perspective, she has to regroup and look forward. I think she's, looking at the rankings now, she's going to be number, 27 in the world. Raducanu will be number 23. Now, both top 30 players. I think Raducanu's literally only played Wimbledon and this US Open. She's still got, the other 2 slams to play. She hasn't even got rankings points from those slams. So, I mean, it's just crazy that, she's 23 in the rankings now. If she performs well in the other Grand Slams, because I saw some people asking earlier, she doesn't have that many rankings points because she hasn't played that many tournaments. She's barely played any events. I think she played like 4 or 5 on the ATP tour. And that's what people find crazy. And I mean, I remember watching her the Battle of the Brits event during COVID, like something that they set up. And she was losing to some players who were much lower than her ranked, or maybe not that much lower. But it shows you that if you're all on your own trajectory, that's what she says, or she said in the past, and she's kind of really laying, she's basically just proving that with hard work and determination, anything is possible, essentially. Because if she can go from qualifying to winning the US Open, then it really is a great story, and hopefully that she can go and back that up in future tournaments. What we don't want to see is both of these amazing players then struggling in the future tournaments. We want to see them leading the next generation of players through the ranks, I guess you could say, in future events. And I mean, if Raducanu plays like that, there's no doubt in my mind that she will be number 1 in the world. There's no doubt in my mind that she will win more Grand Slams. And I mean, to win one at 18, the possibilities are endless for how many she can win, I guess. And especially if she plays that level of tennis. Who knows? You win one at 18. I mean, that's just crazy. Crazy to think as well. Like everyone, had her as like a kind of wow, she's in the quarters. Wow, she's in the round of 16. Wow, she's made it to the semis, and now she's won the whole thing. It's one of those moments where you don't really believe it until it happens. You're like, can she? Oh my goodness, she's done it. And then you're like, it really processes in your brain. And it was great to finish it off with an ace. It's always nice to finish the stuff off with an ace. It's always... I was just looking at a shot of the people there. And the security guards just straight-faced, walk on straight on as soon as the match is done. Obviously, that's their job. But it was just quite funny, seeing everyone celebrating. The security guards like, yeah, straight on, boom. But yeah, crazy match, really long one, and great to have you guys in the company with me during, my commentary, of this match. I'm not sure whether we will do the men's final, Obviously, this match only an hour and 52, finishing still at 11:15 here, and I will have a tournament on Monday where I'm playing in a UK Pro League event. I think that I'm in a group with 2 other guys, so I'm playing an event basically where I am in a group with 2 guys who are top 600 ATP. So it'd be a great test for me and my level. To play, 2 guys, ranked really highly, who've, won 15k futures events, playing at the ultimate highest level. It's gonna be I'm really looking forward to it. And stay tuned for more information about that, and also subscribe, because I'm definitely going to be doing a video about that. And there's also going to be a video about my British Tour experience that I was talking about earlier, where I got to the final of a British Tour event here in the UK. For those of you that are abroad, basically the levels of tennis in the UK goes like national level, and the British Tour is the men's national level in the UK, and there's nothing higher than the British Tour in terms of a tournament perspective. And I got to the final of one of those events, and I did some highlights from 1 or 2 of the matches that I played. And I'll be playing a UK Pro League, which is basically the top pros in the UK. They come together and play these events. I'm participating in one of those. I got invited, which is a massive honour for me. And I'm really looking forward to playing. I'm playing on Monday. Yeah, it's going to be super exciting, playing against some highly ranked ATP players, which will be unbelievable. But yeah, hopefully I can do an Raducanu and go and find a way of winning the entire event, which would be crazy. But thank you to everyone that's joined me for this live stream. Thank you for all of you guys that have been commenting. Thank you for all the people that have been liking, subscribing, joining the Tennis Brothers community. It really means a lot to me, and it also means that you will be able to see me, and hopefully you enjoy it, so you'll be able to watch me in future live streams that we'll be doing in the future. There's lots of Masters. There's obviously next year, the whole next year, that I'll be doing lots and lots of streaming of all of these amazing finals and amazing tennis events. So make sure you subscribe and like all the live streams and stuff, and just check up every once in a while in case we've posted something new. We'll try and get a weekly thing going. But yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I definitely thoroughly enjoyed myself on this one, watching a fellow Brit, Emma Raducanu, win the US Open, which is I can't believe, still hard to believe. Obviously all the coaches now on their phones contacting everyone. But yeah, thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. I know I say this again. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope I see you in loads of future streams to come. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya. Bye bye.